I'm producer.
We'll say we knew him when.
Dial up.
All right. Hey, guys. Greetings, Earthbound travelers. We're here now after apparently a little bit of technical issues. Welcome to the Will of the Dice, Scions of Oblivion. I am Tira, the DM, world's okayest DM, and I will be helming the chaos and clusterfuckery that is this show. Remember, mature audiences only. Before we get into playing tonight, we do have some announcements and then some introductions. Let's go ahead and kick it over to Locke for our announcements.
Hi, gamers. Locke here. I wanted to tell you about some of the latest things in the store over at Level Up Dice, who are we are proud partners with on this endeavor. Right now, they're featuring their brand new plasma sets. Now, the cool thing about the plasma sets is that each die is hand anodized so that no two die are exactly the same. It's a really cool process. These are amazing looking dice. I want to draw your attention tonight to the Abyssal Plasma aluminum set of dice. They're black and pink. Now, normally I'm a black and red kind of guy, and sometimes I'm a golden brown kind of guy. But like I normally don't go in for pinks and purples. But these dice are really sharp looking. They are black with sort of, imagine what it looks like when you draw atoms moving around a nucleus. It's kind of like that, flashed all over the dice. They're really cool. Go check them out. And when you go check them out, do it through our portal, because that lets them know that you got there through us, and it helps out our show a whole lot. That portal is https://bit.ly/LUD Will of the Dice, all one word. That's bit.ly/LUD Will of the Dice, all one word. Be sure to go check them out and use our portal to do so. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to the musicians who have been so gracious to allow us to use their music in tonight's show. That would be Michael Gelfi and Epidemic Sound, along with Kevin McLeod and Patrick Taylor, our very own Pants. Thanks, Pants.
Thanks, Pants.
That's me.
Good job, Pants. All right. Pants.
Did you know that Will of the Dice is available on YouTube? Like one of the biggest free video sharing platforms available, and you can go on there right now and search Will of the Dice and find us. You can watch episodes that were already aired on the live stream. You can use it to catch up on some of the older live streams. Maybe there's like hints. You're like, when did that start? Oh, I can go back and look at it because it's on YouTube. Will of the Dice on YouTube. Give us a subscribe. Hit that like the like button on the videos. That helps us out too. And hit the notifications so that you know when the live stream video on demand is there. You'll know. Will of the Dice. YouTube. Boom.
Thank you, Pants. Ben.
So if you're on YouTube and you're looking at some of our videos and you might want to see some more stuff, and you want to see us create more things, you should probably go to patreon.com/WOTDice. That's WOTDICE. That's our Patreon, so we can start making even more things. Maybe you could start watching us more than twice a week. You could start watching us 24/7. I don't know. Me and Pants could do that, but some of us, it just would be a little odd. But anyway, patreon.com/WOTDice.
All right. Thanks, Ben. As those of you that are familiar with us know, each week we do a shout out to an independent business that, during this time of pandemic, a lot of the businesses in this hobby space, in this community, they're getting impacted pretty hard. So we started the One Community, One Love initiative. And to give our shout out tonight, we're going to Shelly.
Hi, everyone. Today's One Community, One Love shout out is for Erica Hessian. She is with the Silk Road Traders. They have custom blended perfume oils and women's custom crossover alternative fashions, stuff that looks good with your garb, but can also be worn in the mundane world. And from one of the vendors, I particularly want to highlight our Create a Character Story Scent perfumes. We work with customers to create a scent for their D&D characters, LARP characters, reenactment persona, etc. We even had DMs make a scent for the world they created to scent the room during campaign time. You can find them at https://silkroadtraders.ecwid.com/ and for the specific create a character scent, it's the same thing. It's just after that last slash create -a character scent P243227749.
Awesome. Thank you, Shelley. So, another one of our partners that we are very proud to be partnered with, and we love to give shout outs and everything because we get to talk about how well they handle their wood and how well they can handle your wood. They have very skilled hands, and that's Eggle over at Eggle's Wood Stuffs. They make amazingly beautiful dice towers, dice trays, furniture, anything that needs a good stroke of the wood. Eggle's the one. And you can check them out at eggleswoodstuffs.com, EGILLS woodstuffs.com. I believe that's everything for announcements. Am I missing anything? I do want to give a shout out to the guys at the Sound Delve. They got a great app that I'm excited to try. And as soon as Amazon delivers my package, we'll try it out. All right. So, announcements out of the way. Let's get into those introductions.
Hey guys, I'm Ren Matley, the voice of Venfira. She's a 19-year-old half-elf sorceress who's become disenchanted with the world. With her extra pale skin and ice blue eyes, she's used to being an outcast. And you can find me on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hey everybody, it's Ben Sigurd. I'm going to be the voice of Tarius Frostbane, identifiable only as Minotaur only by the hooves and horns, for he wears a raven's mask, black as midnight, with eyes like emeralds. He seeks the one thing that this world has always seemed to lack, and that would be mercy. You can find me on Twitter at Ben Sigurd.
Hello, everyone. My name is Patrick Taylor, and I am the voice of a being that appears to be a perfectly normal human fighter with the name of Pants. He has no memory of his past, and after being saved by a gnome wizard with a monocle, he was instructed to go and find the answers to his questions as well as the questions as well. And you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi everyone, I'm Shelly, the voice of Dandy Santhy Gelbean Gigglebox Monfrey, potentially also known as Stabby. She is a she's a gnome rogue, about 20 years old, with short, fluffy, strawberry blonde hair and dark thieves' clothes. She's pretty much perpetually happy and just tries to give back to the community where she can. And you can find me on Twitter at Sweetest Shells.
Hi, gamers. I'm Locke Clark, and I will be playing Karak Stoutheart, the Orc Cleric, with slate blue skin, bright red beard and top knot, double lower tusks, wearing plate armor, who left his people at an early age and has forgotten the ways of his tribe. He is now on a journey to find his way back home and connect to his lost heritage. And you can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with a H.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. And once again, I am Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM. You can find me across social media at tier_the_DM. And also head over to the Twitter, give Will of the Dice, that's Will_of_the Dice, a follow. Let us know what you thought, But with that, let's play a little D&D, shall we?
Let's play some D&D.
Any final words or beggings of mercies, since I omitted that last
Please be
night when
gentle.
tragedy fell?
I'm good.
Awesome.
You can swim in plate armor, right? Or I'm fine on the boat.
Sure. Puppies, rainbows, unicorns, and kittens. That's what it's all going to be. All right. So recap. When last we left our colorful party of adventurers, they had traveled to the Free Cities. They had met Major Baynard at the Kashmir Rose. They had struck a deal to ensure that his shipment of mead from Malcolm's the Giant's Meadery, the most world-renowned and most expensive mead out there, would arrive safe. They fulfilled their bargain, was taken to see a fortune teller who told them that the shadows were looking for one of them because one of them was the key. At this point, a shadowed being attacked. Combat ensued. You defeated the shadow being, only to summon another one by accident. More combat. Once more, you all were successful, triumphed over, and won the day. With Major Baynard bestowing gifts to each of you, he then secured you passage aboard the Widow's Grace. And on the beautiful purple waters of the Widow's Sea, you set sail for the continent of Shark Endor to heed the warning of the Ranger Bane and make your way to the Emerald Forest. It was during this time, while aboard the ship, that one of you had a visitor in your cabin. At this time, if I can please ask everyone but Dandy to earmuff. Dandy Xanthe Gelbean Gigglebox Monfrey.
Eep.
It has been many moons since you've been to the church. The man with the beautiful raven hair, the well-manicured mustache and beard, the pale blue eyes will step forward. You know this individual instantly. You do not need to make any kind of checks, for this is Antovar Leray. He is the cardinal of the chapter of the Church of Magpie that you report directly to.
Hi.
Good evening.
How'd you get on this ship?
Oh, child, have you not learned anything by now that we go where we wish and no door is barred to us?
Why are you here?
Oh, you know why I'm here. You have not paid tithe in quite some time. It looks bad for someone of your station to not pay tithe. Those lower in the ranks begin to murmur and question. So I've come to settle accounts.
How much do I owe?
At last tally, roughly 14,362 gold pieces.
I don't have that on me right now. Can I do a payment system?
Oh, Dandy Xanthe Gelbean Gigglebox Monfrey. You always did have such a wonderful sense of humor. I will miss that.
Miss that?
Well, if you are unable to pay, then I must collect in blood. You know the rules. Unless he will lean forward, his fingers in his beard lightly, as he looks to be in deep contemplation, letting you most noticeably sweat for the moment. Perhaps we could bend the rules, and instead of a payment system, we could do a barter.
Barter for what?
A reliable source tells me that you're going to the Emerald Forest.
Maybe.
Deception check. He's going to insight check you.
Oh, that's not a good number.
So I have 12.
11.
Okay, so are you lying to the good cardinal?
Not exactly. Maybe is not exactly a lie, but it's not exactly the truth. It's that weird gray area between the two.
Okay, then let me rephrase this. Are you going to the Emerald Forest?
Yes.
He will look almost wounded that you would dare try to lie to him. How long have we been friends? How long have we known each other? How long has it been since I brought you into the church and settled you that you could rise through the ranks to the position you are now? I'm wounded.
Yes.
So, a trade then. While you're there, I'm sure they will take you to the village of the Celestials. That is the high political party of the elven folk that live there. There's a museum, and in this museum is a book. And the title of this book is The Journal of Mordred Nighthawk. Bring me the book.
Let me write that down real quick, or
Yep.
else I will forget. Okay.
Bring me the book. Your debt will be forgiven.
Just a simple heist.
Simple heist.
Okay.
Do we have an accord?
Yes.
He will pull a quill from his cloak, a piece of parchment, and scribbling his name, will then turn it and hold the parchment and the quill to you.
She's going to read that before she signs it.
It says that you owe the back tithe of 14,362 gold pieces, that the cardinal and the Church of the Magpie are offering amnesty in exchange for a job, a personal favor for the cardinal to secure an item of worth to the church and to the church alone. It mentions the Journal of Mordred Nighthawk specifically. And then it is that you have 45 days to accomplish this. And then his signature, Cardinal Antivar Luray.
She will sign it.
As you sign it, when you finish the last stroke of your name, the quill will prick your finger, drawing a single drop of blood, the blood touching the paper. When it does, there's a soft shimmer of violet. Then the contract will fold itself almost by magic with a origami style to form a magpie. Now, unfortunately, this is magic, which means that due to the audience that voted, wild magic areas are randomly appearing, which means I have to see if wild magic is surging at this moment.
Oh, God.
It is not.
Oh, thank God.
The origami bird of this contract will then take flight, turning into ash and dust. And you know from past experiences that by signing this and giving the blood oath, you have 45 days. If you do not accomplish this, you will be excommunicated. And excommunication is death. He will look at you as he stands, adjusting his well-kept tunic and cloak. Very well, then. You have 45 days. You have never failed me before. Me this time, Dandy Santhe Gel being Gigglebox Monfroy. For this would be the last time that you fell anyone. He will turn, and in a moment, he is transformed into a beautiful raven, which, once more, I have to see if wild magic surges as he is calling on his arcane abilities. Once more, you are safe, and so is he, as he flies through the porthole, fading quickly. Do you have any questions before I bring the others back and we resume?
Yes. How far of a journey is it to that museum from where we currently are?
You have no idea. You've never been to the island of to the continent of Sharkendor.
Hmm. So I don't know if I'll actually be able to do this within the time frame given.
You do not.
Oh, good. Okay. That's the only question I had.
All right, let's bring the others back. All right, welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience while we handled that bit of business. It is day 2 of your journey. The seas are calm. The wind, with its salty taste and its warm caress, tousle you gently as you stand on the deck. If you are on the deck, there's a couple of different levels beneath where one could relax or dine. This is mainly a cargo ship, but it has been known to carry passengers of esteem before. Karak, I believe you have business to attend on behalf of the good major.
I do.
Is that a robot?
So I'm
Esteemed people.
I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm gonna I'm gonna go find wherever Pants is on the ship right now.
He is just looking at the sea and the deck. He's never really been on a boat more than this is like the second time in his whole life he's ever been on a boat. So he's just kind of taking it all in, looking at the sea, feeling it spray on his face, looking at the birds.
Pants, may I have a moment of your time?
Yes, sir.
When we were at the Cashmere Rose, while you were passed out from the mead, Baynard gave all of us some gifts. He gave me yours to hold on to. And I thought it best to wait until we were well out of the city to give you at least one of the two, for fear that you might react poorly. I think he is fucking with you, as they say. So the first thing he gave me to give you, and I pull out the bottle and hand it to you, was this. It's a bottle of rat poison. He thought that you might find need of that.
He's gonna purse his very thin lips already. He's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna take it from you.
Now, the second one, he said, is a magic scroll, but it apparently has some very, very unique circumstances in which it can be used. Requirements that must be met before it is possible to invoke it. It is a scroll of situational awareness. He said that it can only be used when a king has just died, a wrong statue has just been unveiled, and you want to punch a wizard. And I hand him the scroll.
His lips will be even tighter as you have already seen. There's another thing underneath the mask. You can almost possibly see the mask strain a little bit, if you could see such a thing. But he'll take the scroll. Major Baynard is a funny, ridiculous, intelligent peddler of flesh, and I think his sense of humor is good. So, meh. No,
I am glad to hear it. I was afraid that you might react poorly if it had been given you in the moment.
That was a very weird moment, so I don't know.
Indeed.
Can't tell you. Could not tell you how it could have been. But I will send a letter to him to say thank you in my own way.
Can I ask a strange question?
Karak, we are both strange people. Any question that we ask is strange. Continue.
That is fair. Can you swim?
Pants will have a very confused look on his face. Not really confused, but just one of those. I've never thought of that kind of before. He'll take a
Yeah, I
moment.
mean,
I've never had to swim, so I don't know. But I would assume the books don't tell you these things.
no. I suggest we try our very best not to find out while we are in the middle of the sea. But at some point, it might be something we should figure out whether or not that is within your capabilities.
Well, I mean, I would assume that like if regular man can do it, I am regular man. I should be
There,
okay.
there is the issue of buoyancy, though.
That is true. Well,
Now,
I think you'll be fine, and he'll smack you on like the stomach.
and he leans in and kind of whispers the next part. Do you breathe? Like, do you require air?
I've never been in a situation where I've had to find that out.
Fair enough. Well, thank you, and I guess enjoy your gifts.
I will do as much enjoying of them as I can.
Indeed. And yeah, I'll turn and walk away.
All right, excellent. So while this is going on, what is Tarios doing?
Tarios is relaxing in the very frivolent bathrobe that was given to him by Baynard when he left. He is in a hammock with his feet up, kind of staring wistfully out of the porthole in the room because he's still thinking about his dream and how much it bothered him.
Give me a intelligence check. And while he's doing that, artists out there, please, I want just a piece of art of a minotaur wearing a plague mask in a pink fuzzy robe in a hammock. And you can send it to fanart@willofthedice.com. Please.
Intelligence check was a 15.
Let me make a note of that. All right. Vinfera.
Ven's probably hiding in her room, keeping to herself, thinking over everything that's happened in the last few days, the things she's heard and seen. It's a lot for her to take in.
Okay. So, will any of you be rotating in on watch with the crew, or are you all just going to take it easy?
I'll rotate.
Are these
Dandy's
sailors?
just gonna take it easy.
Yeah, I'll rotate.
Are these sailors from Sharkondor?
They are.
Ven's probably going to avoid them.
Okay.
Probably unknowingly, Pants will get rotated in because he's never been on a ship. He just likes looking at the ocean. So maybe one guy will be like, "Hey, can you watch this for like a couple hours?" And he'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure."
Tarius, if Tarius is going to be, what do you call it, swapping in, and if he sees Pants just lollygagging over there, he's going to walk over and grab Pants and be like, "Come on!" So you're coming with us.
Okay. So, those of you that are rotating in, I need a perception check, please. And we will just go down the line here. Dandy, you're taking it easy, correct?
She's just in her.
Yep.
Yeah, she's taking it easy.
All right, Croc.
15.
All right. Pants.
That is a grand total of a 5.
All right. And Tarios.
15.
All right. The second day of the voyage passes without incident. The night, a breathtaking display as the twin moons slowly rise through the scarlet heavens, their reflection dancing on the vast body of purple water that is the Widow's Sea. You rest, you eat, you are comfortable, you slumber, and the next day comes. What you know to be the final day of the voyage, that if the weather holds and time is good, that on the evening or late at night, you will strike port at Shankandor. So I need everyone, once more, those of you that are participating, please give me a perception check.
Isn't it nice to work with your hands and do good, honest labor once in a while?
Well, it's a lot better than staying locked up in the room. I can only lounge around in the robe so long. And besides, if I try to wash it, they don't have the right detergents on this ship. And I need to take care of the robe. I need to make sure that it stays fluffy.
Have you ever tried the spell prestidigitation? My wizard friend swears by it. Best spell there is. Like literally gave me whole spiel about all of it. It is best spell. Clean anything, wash anything, loud anything, spark anything, flames, voices. Best spell.
I have heard tale of a magical towel that is sold in the Minotaur lands that can clean any mess and never ever gets dirty itself. A robe made of that would be the best.
That would be.
So I've got to interject a pirate joke here because I just can't help it. So, what kind of detergent does a pirate use?
I don't know.
Bounty Yard. Those of you in the know that everyone else just, it was bad. Okay, so perception checks. Karak.
22.
Pants.
I got a 3.
Tarios.
15.
Another uneventful, just enjoyable voyage until the end. The night has come once more. It is about 10 p.m. and you hear bells ringing on the deck of the ship.
I'll rouse and grab my gear and head out onto the deck.
Is anyone joining Karak?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it middle of the night and there's bells?
10 p.m., yes.
Yeah, going out there.
Shield and short sword ready. Pants is there.
You will see as you come up that there will be sailors standing at the gunrail looking out. The captain, a human, very large, with short red hair and a scraggly beard. They've got the port blocked. Say there's plague in harbor. Quarantine the entire town they have. We'll be turning around and heading back.
We need to be on this continent, even if you can't put us into the port. Is there a cove or something?
Give me a persuasion check.
All right. Am I good at that? Oh, hey. I rolled a 19. My persuasion is +1, so that is a dirty 20.
The captain will study you for a minute. You paid good coin for your passage. What I can do is give you a dinghy. You can row yourself to the Jasper coast. But make sure you have sharp eyes for the reef out here. It moves. Some say it's even alive.
That sounds adequate.
Gotta
Thank
fight.
you.
They will take you to one of their small 10-man vessels. Does anybody wish to do anything before you leave the ship?
Go grab the rest of my stuff.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
Make sure I got everything, yeah.
Ben will make sure she's got her stuff. Maybe hard eye a couple of sailors just to see if they react.
Intimidation check.
Okay. Which die we're gonna roll? Intimidation. 15.
One or two of them you see making various hand signs that are old wives' tales to prevent from being hexed or being cursed, as they will stay their distance from you. You all are aboard the small craft. It is lowered into the water. You're giving a shielded lamp. You have the oars. Who will take up the rowing?
I will.
I will as well.
Okay. Who will be on point watching for the reef?
I
I
think
can.
I'm the only. I was gonna say I think I'm the only one with dark vision, so me and Dandy can work together on that, maybe.
Yeah,
I have
I've got dark
out to-
vision.
I've got dark vision up to
Oh.
120 feet.
Oh well, hey, there you go then.
So yeah, I can help with that.
Okay, so I can either let one of you roll with advantage or let you all three roll, but with all three, it will be a group roll, which means that if there are more failures than successes, something will possibly might happen.
How do you guys want to do it?
I'm in favor of one of us rolling with advantage.
All right.
I'm fine with that. Who's got the highest perception?
I was gonna say let's let Locke do it because his dice are nicer than mine.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a-
Let's have Locke do it.
I have a +4 to perception, so
All
all
right,
right, rolling
so
with advantage then.
rolling with advantage.
That's 12. That's cocked. That's a 17. +4, 21.
Okay. One more point of clarification. Who is manning the tiller to steer the craft?
Wait, so hang on. So if I'm rowing, wouldn't that be Tarios?
Well, you and Tarios both are rowing.
You each have one oar, so that leaves Dandy or Ven to man the tiller.
If Dandy wants to, she can go ahead. Ben has no idea how to use a boat.
Okay. Dandy's probably helped at some point. She'll do it.
Okay, so with that higher perception, you are able to see, and it is like long tentacles or tendrils of the hard reef that just move back and forth in the water, sometimes slow, sometimes quicker. You are able to communicate to your rogue, and they are able to help you steer. I will need another of these checks as you get closer to the shore.
All right. That's a 3. But that's a 19. So that'd be 23.
Once more able to communicate in hushed tones, guiding the craft. And this will be the final check, please, before you are able to beach the craft.
I see the land. It's over there.
Yeah, that one's not as good. 11. And that's with advantage.
You do not see the reef that crashes
you doing?
into
You're embarrassing me.
into the ship, doing a certain amount of damage to the hull, but the ship, the craft, it's not a ship, it's a little dinghy. You are able to safely get it aboard the orange colored sand of the Jasper shore. It is now about 12 a.m. What would you like to do?
Does Vanfira know anything about the Jasper Coast?
History check.
Alrighty.
Same with Pants. Does Pants know anything about this area? Because books.
History check.
So it's
No, Ven does not. She got a 4.
What, Ben?
it's like completely dark around, pretty much, right?
It's not too bad. The moons are almost full. They're high above. It's there's some visibility. What was your history check, Pants?
An 11. It was almost a 20, and then it rolled over.
You just know that it's called the Jasper Coast because of the actual jasper that is formed here naturally, and that it is one with the Widow Sea. Now, what did you want to do, Tarios?
I'd like to, I guess while we're dismounting from the boat, just stay on lookout, just to make sure that nothing's looking at us.
Give me a perception check.
11.
Everything seems fine.
And when we dismount from the boat, is there a way to, I guess, moor it to where it's not going to go back out to?
Yeah,
ocean?
it's a smaller craft. Between all of you, you could pull it up onto the shore.
Okay.
Let's do it.
And
This is a good plan.
Is it? If we do that, is it going to be like sticking out? Like, or is there a way that we could maybe hide it a little bit if we pull it on?
I'm going to need an investigation check at this point.
16.
You think that it'll be fine. You're far enough away from the actual town. The coast is lower than the plains. It's not like they're level across, as there has been a lot of erosion over the centuries. You think that it could be safe?
Okay.
Well, as it is the middle of the night, I say we move a bit in from the shoreline and find a place to make camp.
I like this idea.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need one of you, and y'all can determine who, to make a survival check to find a suitable place to camp.
I got plus 4.
Go for it. Roll a 20.
I mean, halfway there. 14.
You find a place, an outcropping where like I said, there's erosion, and you see some of the stone and such, along with the rich, fertile dirt of the plains. You find a nice little alcove that you think would be suitable for camping in.
We lay that to the party, and then I guess try to go about setting up camp.
Okay.
Good.
So I'm going to have you make another survival check with advantage as you are setting up the camp and your people will be helping you.
Hey, 23.
It only takes
Yeah.
about 15 minutes. Your camp is set, the small fire going, the rations being warmed.
Dear, does the moons look weird tonight? I know you said that they were full, but since we've kind of started piecing together that there's something going on with the moons, is there any anything weird looking about them?
Give me
Anything
a
in the sky?
perception check.
That's way higher than I usually roll. With my bonus, that makes it a 21.
Shang.
They seem closer. You know, it is dual moons. You always have the one and the one, and they're trailing each other. Tonight, they seem a little closer.
Like they're gonna get on the
Yeah.
same field of it.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Like
very
closer,
unusual.
Like closer to us or closer to each other?
Closer to each other.
Yeah, the size of them don't look different. They look the same size.
They look the same size. They just look closer
Okay.
to each other.
Here, wait. I'll demonstrate with D20s. Usually, when the moons move across the sky, it's one sort of chasing after the other, but now they look like they're almost moving together. They've the trailing moon has caught up a bit.
Okay.
We right here. Is that what I understood?
Yes, yes. Thank you
Perfect.
for that demonstration.
Yes. Any chance to show off cool dice, right?
And
then-
I'll look up and make that sound. So just like, it is very weird.
And then my dice buzzed the tower. So sorry.
Oh, you're good, you're good.
Okay, so Vance proclaiming that something is weird.
Just look it up and say that's weird.
Dandy's gonna look up at the sky too, because
Yeah,
why
I
would
mean,
Pants look at the sky and say it's weird?
Give me a perception check.
Ven's probably laying on her bedroll off to the side, kind of away from the others, and will roll onto her back and look up. What the hell is
Perception
this?
check with advantage, as you are familiar with this continent, especially with the moons, given your aunt and all.
Unnatural 20.
While
Yeah,
everybody is looking up, Tarius
Hold on a
is going-
second. Hold on a second, Ben. Dandy, what did you get?
12.
Let me make notes. What are you doing, Ben?
to keep looking down while everybody's looking up.
All right. So, then Fira, you noticed the same thing that Pants noticed, as the moons are normally very much here, and tonight they seem here. I want to show off my dice too.
Okay.
now I ask the tower if they can do a flyby here.
Dandy, it looks like the moons.
You know, I hate to say it, but Pants is right. They're not where they usually are.
They look normal to me.
They're lined up different.
I guess I don't stare
Yeah.
at the sky enough.
They are usually, and then Pants will pick up 2 rocks. He'll do the demonstration that we've been doing. I don't have cool dice, so
Oh,
I'll do the
wait.
rock.
I reach in my pack and I pull out my my 3-dragon anti-set and hand him.
Pants will use the dice, and he'll say they're usually like this, but today they're like this. It's very weird. Hands to the back. This could be connected.
I need everyone to give me a straight intelligence roll. You may add your intelligence modifier, but no proficiency bonuses or such. This is a flat roll.
What the fuck?
Nope.
So I see a mixture of faces. I'm just going to ask it this way. Did anybody get higher than a 15?
You got the jokes.
I did. I got higher than a 15.
You're the only one?
Apparently, with my whopping intelligence bonus of 0, it's a good thing I roll high.
Okay, so now I got to see how much it fell by. Dandy, what did you get?
I got a 7.
Pants.
I got a 10.
Ben.
I'm doing the fusion dance with pants because I got 10 as well.
Ren, or Vinfira, you got a 2. Karak, you will be in this moment enraptured in the beauty of this place, the purple waters being illuminated by the twin moons in the sky. You will see the countless stars and notice that some of the constellations are even recognizable all the way across the ocean. It is at this moment the peace will be broken as your friends, if we may use the word, will scream in utter terror and pain. You see, because all of you will suddenly be bombarded with a vision. You are looking through someone's eyes. You see a cavern. You see lava. You feel fear. Each of you watch as a young lady fights a monster that has a body of a tarantula, a scorpion's tail, the pincers of a scorpion, and a dragon's head. She will lose her life. You will see her fall. You will see her comrades trying to save her. And you will actually see the weave of magic distort and change, killing this individual. You will feel the sadness. You will feel the salty bitterness of tears that touch your lips, bringing you back to reality. And as you make that transition, as the world begins to come into focus, you will see a large wolf of swirling shadows staring at you and then fading as reality coalesces before you.
Meanwhile, Karak is running to each of them, grabbing them by like the lapels. What's wrong? Why are you screaming? Wake up! You like pick Dandy up off the ground. What's wrong? Tell me, little one.
Ven's not the type to scream, but she'd have probably gone stiff, staring. And
Alright.
coming to, she'd just be like shaking her head. I am so goddamn sick of fucking seeing through other fucking people's eyes. I am so fucking over this. And she's gonna get up and like move away from everybody for a moment.
Okay. What's
All right,
Dandy doing?
I set Dandy back down, pat her on. Sorry.
She might have some tear streaks, and she's just gonna sit with what she saw there. She doesn't really know how to process feeling someone else's emotions so out of the blue like that.
All right. Tarios.
You will just kind of grab his head and just like scream a bit and be very, very confused with seeing something else that isn't him.
Pants.
Pants will wipe away the tears, confused that he can even make tears, and just kind of just sit with a confused, angry look.
Give me an insight check, Pants.
Hey, Tyr, while he rolls that, I gotta ask, was that wolf familiar for Venfira?
Give me an insight check.
While she's rolling that, I have to ask, Tyr, didn't you promise to try not to make us cry tonight?
I promise to try.
I'm just saying. You bringing up trauma the next day? Ow.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I haven't even watched it yet, and that almost got me. Damn.
I got an 8 on my inside check.
I got a 22. So I'm not playing with this die anymore. It's hard to read.
The tears pants, they're oily. They're not like water. They're viscous but clear. Vinfira, the wolf is very familiar. So much so that I need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah, that's probably bad. Yeah, 9.
I need to walk over to your character sheet for a moment.
Uh-oh.
You've been murdered.
Probably.
That's all this.
Okay. I just need to make some notes. You recognize this wolf. You've seen this wolf years ago. You old wretch, dropping to your knees between the being slammed into someone else's body, watching someone else die, to being brought back to the realm of present, to seeing a wolf and that wolf triggering memories of the dreams, of the nightmares. Your body will just be unable to maintain as you hit your knees and hands, emptying the contents of your stomach onto the beach.
So gross.
Pants will make a motion to like try and hold your hair back while you vomit.
Well, she had walked away from the group. She's not near you.
Oh, that's true. But if you're just puking over there, look around, just point.
Dandy won't even look up. She'll just sort of wave him off, like, yeah. Not saying
I'll
anything,
go-
just sort of.
I'll go check on her.
Darius will go with him.
You find Vinfira on her hands and knees, having vomited into the sand.
Are you okay? Is there anything I can do?
Do you know how to make nightmares stop?
If I did, I've done that to myself long ago.
I don't think there's anything anyone can do for me. Been dealing with this shit a long time. Just fucking over it. Just gonna get up, kind of wipe her mouth on her sleeve, shake her head. Did you guys all see some woman fighting some creature and dying?
No, I saw nothing. Just all of you screaming.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I saw that. If that's what that was.
Did you see anything else?
I don't know.
We all saw the people who, all of us who got the vision, we all had the ability to see the wolf, right?
Yes, you all saw the wolf.
And Dandy's just going to nod from where she's at, still just sort of staring off into space.
Seeing Dandy nod, she's gonna look at Karak and Tarios. Let's just say it's not the first time I've seen the wolf.
I'm not sure what that means, but I assume that's because I did not get the vision.
The wolf of shadow. And I've seen it in my nightmares since I was 10. And I don't know why. And it's one of the few things in this world that freaks me out.
So that's what that was?
Yeah, that's what that was. look. And she's going to pull up her sleeve and finally show Tarios the shadow that swirls around on her skin.
So there, Tarios, you see thin shadows, living tattoos dancing across her flesh, forming geometric, intricate patterns before moving into just randomized shapes or abstracts and then repeating.
It's like a screensaver on your skin.
It's kind of like a kaleidoscope.
Yeah. Windows 95 throwback. Yeah.
And just kind of be staring dumbfounded, not really knowing how to process it.
You remember when I said I don't trust anything that comes out of Angramora?
Yeah.
That's where shadow magic comes from. From what they told me at the Spires, I'm the only shadow magic sorceress they know of. I don't even know if you guys should trust me. And she's going to turn around and start walking away again.
Venfira, wait. You may not think we should trust you, but that is up to us to decide. And I, for one, would be happy to have you at my back anytime. But more than that, I have a question. You know stories of the Queen of Angramora, yes?
Tyr, does she know the stories of the Queen of Angramora?
Some of them, yes.
I know some of them.
I don't know any of them, really, except for what I've recently been told. So I'm just making guesses here, but very often, gods and goddesses have creatures, companions associated with them. I don't suppose that the Queen of the Shadow Dreaming had a protective dog at some point in her stories, did she?
Tyr, is this something that Venfira knows the answer to?
Give me a history check.
Oh, finally rolled a good 20. A 20.
Yay,
It'll
that
bite me in
20!
It'll bite me in the butt later because that's what happened yesterday. So 21 for her history.
21. Trying to think if it's earmuff worthy. No, I think this will be fine. There was no mention of there being a guard animal for the queen, only that there was a wolf, the shadowed wolf of Angramora, that was thought to be one of the agents that she sent to gather the weak and bring them to the fold of the Angramora army.
I don't know anything about a guard dog, but I've heard stories about her having a wolf. Its job was to collect the weak and bring them to her for her army.
So there's a shadowed wolf that hunts and locates things, finds things, yes? Would that
Finds
be...
those are weak enough for her to take.
Yes, but we also know that she is missing, and that her brother sits the throne. There is every chance that the wolf is searching, but instead of for its usual quarry, it is searching for its mistress. And if it's searching here, and you're the only shadow magic sorceress around, it is probably drawn to you.
All I know is that fucking wolf has haunted my nightmares since I was 10. I can see myself standing in the woods, and it's laying there, and then it opens its eyes, and I wake up. It's every fucking night. I don't know what it means.
It's laying there, though, you say. It's not hunting you.
Like it's just laying on the ground like it's hurt or some shit. And then it opens its eyes and I wake up.
Laying like it's hurt or laying like it's waiting?
It's laying there with its eyes closed and its head down.
Sounds like waiting to me.
I never had a dog, so I'm not the best to judge these things.
So to be very specific, the one thing that Venfira knows for certain in the dreams, the wolf is wounded and it is dying. So just make sure that does get conveyed.
Okay.
No, it's laying there like it's hurt, like it's dying or something. And then it opens its eyes and I wake up.
Interesting.
I don't know what it means.
Hmm.
But I have a suspicion that there might be someone in the Emerald who does.
Well, we can head that way as soon as it's light. I think for now we should definitely stick together, Venfira. And we should all try to get some rest.
And
We
it is
probably have a long journey ahead of us.
And it is at this point, Karak, that you will feel a stabbing pain in your shoulder as you will look down and see an arrow sticking just outside the notch of your armor. It only did superficial damage. It did 1 point of damage, but it was still enough to get your attention. Your eyes following the path of the arrow, you see several humans. They look a ragamuffin band. However, 3 of them you recognize from the ship. 2 of them were the ones that were constantly making hex symbols when Venfira would walk by. The rest of them come rushing out of concealment. So what we'll need you to do is, 1, everyone please go to owlbear.rodeo. And 2, everyone please roll initiative.
Oh yeah.
All right, at this time I will start from the top and work my way down. Dandy,
14.
Karak,
19.
Pants,
I got an 8.
Tarios,
You got a 20.
and Venfira.
16.
All right, please let me know when you all are in Owlbear Rodeo.
I'm in.
For those of you new to joining us, Owlbear Rodeo, it's a beautiful application. It's free, runs on anything. It's great. It's lightweight. It does wonderful for battle maps without the heavy underlaying of the virtual tabletop. Alrighty. So you see yourself surrounded by these ragamuffin would-be pirates. Tarios, you rolled highest on the initiative. You will go first. Karak, you are then on deck.
I guess he's gonna move. Just to this one, pretty much right in front of him, and swing on him.
Okay.
That's an 8,
That will miss.
and then I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack one more time.
Okay.
That's an 11.
And 11 will miss. All right, Rock, you're up.
All right, I am. Gotta check a range real quick. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Perfect. All right, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I am going to cast Bless at 2nd level, and that lets me target 4 people. So everybody but me gets Bless, which means you all get to roll a d4 and add it to your attack rolls and saving throws for the duration.
All right. That is your action or bonus action?
That's my action, and that's really all I can do.
All right, excellent. It will be the pirate's turn now. So this one's going after you, Tarios. That is a 10.
That misses.
This one will come in after you, Karak. That is a nat 20.
Well, I reckon that'll hit then.
Oh no!
That'll be 2 points of damage. Is Bless a concentration spell?
Let me double check. I think it is. Yes.
Please make your Constitution save to make sure that you hold concentration.
Yeah, that's a 12 plus
Yeah, you're good.
stuff.
Let's see, the dice will send this one to Ventura. That is a 12.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Are you kidding me? That is 1 point of damage.
Oh, good.
You're going in timeout.
No,
No,
keep
no.
using that die.
No,
We
Yeah.
all love that die.
I'm going to bring out my beautiful custom Will of the Dice D6s. Throw a couple in the floor because it's not a D&D game if dice don't go on the floor.
True.
All right. This one is coming in on you, Pants.
No, I guess I don't play D&D.
That is 12.
That is a miss.
This one also coming in on you. That is a 17.
That will hit.
That is 3 points of damage. This one coming in on you, Dandy. That is a 6.
That misses.
That is a 10.
That also misses.
Alrighty. So that will bring up Venfira.
Venfira does not like people in her face. So this little pirate in front of her needs to make a DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Oh, Lord. That is a 4.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's see how much damage he's taking from a mind whip. The tower does not like me rolling that many dice at once. Come out. Come out. There it is. So he's going to take 11 points of damage, psychic
Oh,
damage.
shit.
Told you, she doesn't like people in her face.
The shadows swirling at your feet, moving slowly up to your hands as they then turn into whipping tentacles, shooting out, striking the individual in front of you. One of the ones that had made the hex mark. Their eyes will go wide as they will grab their temples, screaming in pain, taking 11 points of damage. They look rough.
Where's your little symbol now, bitch?
All right. Dandy.
I am going to attack the one that is directly in front of me with my short sword.
All right.
And this is an attack roll. Do I roll that d4 with it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the Stivity Stab.
Alrighty. Ooh, I'm pretty sure this is a hit. That's a 24.
That will hit. Please roll your damage minus sneak attack as they haven't engaged you directly. So there's no sneak attack damage on this roll.
Alrighty, that is 6 damage.
All right. And then that will bring up Pants.
Pants is going to take a deep breath and do action surge, so I can do 2 things in a turn. In one of those actions, he is going to look down at Dandy and go, "Stab him again!" Using his commander strike. So you get to add. It's another attack plus. Oh, come on, stay on the table. Nope, it doesn't want to stay on the table. Plus 8
Oh,
to the damage.
okay, to damage.
Mhm,
If
mhm.
I hit, of course.
Yeah, you still get the bless too.
You still
right?
get the D4. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you still get the D4.
Yeah. That's not as good. It's 9, 10, 11, 12. That's a 12.
12 will miss.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ah, no. But with
Maybe
the
your
miss,
voice isn't
oh.
so commanding, Pants.
With seeing the miss, he'll take the moment to stab at the guy in front of him.
Okay.
So that is is it the 12 misses, right? 12.
Right.
12.
Is that with your D4?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's right. I'm blessed. Plus 4 is
16. That will hit.
sweet. Damage wise, it is. Let's see. Oh, come on. I lost my app for a second. It is a grand total of 2 points of damage.
Every little bit. All right.
They're
We'll bring us
they're
back
wimpy little
to
pirates.
Tarios.
All right. He's going to be very upset about hitting the one that was in front of him before. Karak, was that one of the ones that you blessed, or did I not?
Yeah, I blessed everybody but myself.
Okay.
No, all the friendlies but myself, I should say.
Everybody?
No, not everybody. I only get 4 targets.
Don't forget your D4, my dude. I saw you only roll that D20.
I got to ask before you roll that. Was that a natural 1?
No, it was a natural 2. So that's it's like 9, so that still misses.
9 does
then-
miss.
Bonus action attack again because he's swinging like a mad cow because he is mad, and he's still going to be a mad lad because apparently 14.
Did you roll your
Plus
D4?
a D4.
What's your D4? I'm watching you roll only 1 die, bro. We got 2 out there.
All right, 16.
That hits.
Hey,
There you go.
And wait a minute. Oh, yeah, it's a D4. Never mind. All right, so that means 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 8 damage.
All right. All right, that'll bring up Karak.
All right, awesome sauce. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glance over at where Pants and Dandy are with the 4 that are surrounding them. And I'm going to begin to mutter an incantation and hold out my my hammer in front of me and say, "I grant you the gift of battle," and then spit, and from my extends out a golden beam of light that solidifies in the space right behind the one in front of Dandy as a giant flanged mace that will then take a swing at that guy.
I'm taking it this is spiritual weapon.
The spiritual weapon, yes. And so my 2 hit with a spiritual weapon is bonus actions +7. So that's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
And he takes a D8. That's 5 plus 4 is 9 points of damage.
And that's this one here.
That's that one there, yes.
The sickening sound of a skull crushing as the body falls limp.
And then I turn to the guy that's in front of me and holding my hammer. The rest of the glowing energy falls away from it. And I look at him and I say, well, you know what they say. If you can't stand the heat, don't fuck with an orc. And then I'm going to try and smash him in the face with my hammer.
All right.
I love it. Yes.
That's a 13 plus 7, so that's a dirty 20.
That will hit those dirty 20s. Such a naughty
And,
twin.
that's 6 plus. Where did my warhammer go? 6 plus 3. So it's 9 points of damage to him as well.
All right. He looks hurt, but they are convinced that they can overtake you. So he will, with his bloodied, rusted blade, take a swing, and he will fumble.
Haha!
That is a natural 1.
Woo!
Miraculously, he stabs himself, the guy around him, the guy next to him, the
No,
other
he
guy.
stabs himself.
It's like you ever watch people like take like 20 seconds to just fall down on the ice. That's what happens. He's stumbling, stabs his friend, pulls his sword out, stumbles over to his other friend, stabs him, pulls out the sword, somehow trips and stabs himself. It's, you know.
No, he. What happens is that he charges quickly. Karak, you are a seasoned warrior. You have been in the battle countless times. His swing is sloppy, his form desirable. You take your shield and you go to punch the blade away. The individual, not as seasoned as you are, pivots against the blade.
Oh no.
His own blade driving into his chest. He looks at you as disbelief as he falls away. This one will swing on you, Tarios, and miss. This one on you, Pants, and miss, and miss, and then on Dandy. This dice is going over here in the pile. That will not bring up Venfira.
She's still got a pirate in her face. Let's see. What does she want to do to this guy this time? Since he's... Well, he's... I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sure you can hear the thumping. I've got a Great Pyrenees under my desk currently.
We can't hear anything.
Oh, good.
Oh, puppy.
I know the reason I had to move out of frame before was she had a D10 that she was chewing on.
She wants
she's
to play
gonna-
too.
Let's see. I think she's not going to waste a full spell on this guy this time. She's just going to reach out and like put her hand on his face and cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
So let's see. That's a +7 to hit.
Make sure you roll the 1d4.
Hold on. So that's 17.
That hits.
Okay. So I'm not going to bother rolling the 1d4. So that's 17, and I need a d8 for damage. Oh, he's going to take 4 points of damage.
Shocking grasp. He will eyes go wide as he hears the infernal incantation as you call your magic that the shadows coalescing and then becoming energy dancing as you grab him by the side of the face. He will scream and then he will fall silent as his heart stops and the afterlife welcomes him. That will bring up Dandy with pants on deck.
She's going to turn to the enemy at her left, and she's gonna go for the good old stibbity stab.
Stibbity stab.
Seven stab.
Ooh, that is a 19.
That will hit.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. And since not flanked, no sneak attack damage. Alright, that is a 7.
7 points of damage. Your small stature, your trained eye and skilled hand quickly slipping past his defenses. He's not really wearing armor. You cut a deep gash into his side, coming back, lowering yourself, finding your center of gravity and preparing. Your eyes large, looking harmless as show us the shirt. Yeah, like that. Sorry, I love the shirt. That will bring up Pants.
Pants is guy to in front of him, guy to his right. Okay, go for the guy in front of him. Here's the blessing. Ah! Nope, that's a die off the table. Shut up. No, come on. You need your face to roll, I think is what it is. Alright. Plus the blessing, plus that, and plus my bonus is a grand total of a 14.
That will hit.
Yes. And that's plus 1 is 3 damage.
Alrighty.
Pants, I think you need a dice tray.
Maybe. I have probably more space first. It's very, very compact here.
I understand.
You know, I hear there's a guy who makes wood stuffs that makes excellent dice trays.
Oh,
Yes.
right. Eggle, right?
Yeah, I've heard he's really good with his wood.
Yeah.
He would treat your wood right, Patrick.
All
right,
Been so
then
long
we'll-
since it's been treated right.
Even
Tarios.
if you only have a small space for it. So since Tarios has been flailing at this guy in front of him and missing, he's very, very upset. So since apparently he can't touch this, he's going to drop and dance like MC Hammer and shuffle around him to where he's on this side of him. And then he's going to try to attack him again.
All right. Remember to add the D4.
Oh, as an Australian friend of mine would once say, fruitcakes. 11.
11 misses. Bonus action.
Bonus action. Going to attack it again. $19.
19 will hit.
Okie dokie. Seven damage.
A quick punch to the chest. Again, these were not the most hardy of individuals. You will feel the ribs crack, twisting your wrist as they do, driving the bones into the lungs and the heart. The person stopping for a moment as time stands still for them, going to raise their blade as if to continue to strike before it falls away. You watch the light dim in their eyes as they fall to nothing. That will bring up Karak.
All right. I am going to take my movement and I'm going to slowly stroll my way over here. I'm kind of hoping, I don't know what they're going to do turns, but I'm kind of hoping that in the same 6 seconds, like Tarios and Vinfira decide to walk this way as well, and we get the cool Mean Girls slow motion walk as we approach these fuck nuggets who are fucking with our friends. And I'm just gonna walk up behind this guy and just club him with my hammer.
Okay.
That's 12 plus Warhammer is 6, I think. 7.
That'll hit.
Oh no, I'm sorry, 5. That's guiding bolt. That's plus 7. So yeah, so 17 hits, and Warhammer is a D8. That's max damage. 8 plus 3, 11 points of damage to that guy.
With just a flick of the wrist, the Warhammer brought and swiftly slapping forward, you hear the sickening impact of as the blunt force drives in through the cranium. You got to shake it a little bit to get the body to fall, but fall it does.
All right, and I only moved 10 feet to get there, so I will take my other 10 feet of movement. I'll take another 10 feet of movement, and I'm going to move to there so that Pants will have flanking. And then for my bonus action, I will move my my spiritual weapon over to that guy, and I'll swing it at him.
Okay.
I don't think that's going to hit. 14.
14 hits.
Oh, hey. And spiritual weapon, I believe, is also a D8. Yeah, D8 plus 4. That is a 5 plus 4, 9 points of damage from the glowing golden flanged mace.
And one remains. And it is his turn. He knows he's going to die, but he will savagely attack anyway. He's going after you, Pants. He rolled a 13.
That is a miss. Knocking it aside with my shield. Be like, what up, bro?
Venfira.
So Ben is just gonna walk over to this guy, tap him on the shoulder, wait for him to turn around, and then he's gonna need a DC 15 intelligence save.
13.
Let's see. I'm gonna roll these on the table because my dice tower doesn't like a whole bunch of dice at the same time. And he's gonna take 8 points of psychic damage from a mind whip.
And that will finish him. These individuals that had watched you, that had helped you get to this place, apparently some of them, behind the captain's back or with the captain's blessing, had come ashore, sought to ambush you. And here on these Jasper graves of sand, they find their way to the great beyond. And I know it's a little earlier than normal, but this is where we're going to take our break. We'll be back in 10. And remember, guys, at the end of the show tonight, you all get to vote on what happens that impacts both tonight, the Sunday night show here on Level Up TV, but also the Saturday night show that's on Level Up TV. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do our break, and we'll be back in roughly 10 minutes. Welcome back from the break. So, quick reminder at the end of the episode, we're going to be doing a poll that you, the audience, get to vote on. And the outcome will most assuredly impact not only the sessions that happen on Sunday nights or Mondays, depending on where you are in the world, but also the ones that happen on Saturday nights. So, great way for the audience to help create the story.
Be nice, audience. You got somebody killed last time you voted.
No, that was the dice.
No, that was the audience.
All right. So, when we took our break, you all had taken a dinghy to the coastline. You had a vision of someone's death. You had seen the shadow dwarf, or most of you had. You had noticed the moons were in different alignment. And then you were attacked by a few members of the crew and a few other ragamuffin would-be pirates that were easily dispatched. Taking a moment to look through them, they had nothing. Their weapons were subpar, their clothing tattered.
No notes.
No notes, nothing of the sort.
No money?
No money.
Croc kicks sand onto one of the corpses. Cowards, traitors, and deceivers, ambushers. Men like these die ignobly for stupidity's sake. They do not belong in the gilded glade of Garth Dokeen to sit in glory at his side. May Thranrax, his son, take them. The sallow king. May they be sentenced to the wandering waste for eternity with the other deceivers and traitors. And then he spits on the corpse nearest him. Let the crabs have them.
Give me a D100.
Where's my? I don't think I've rolled my my percentile hematite from level up yet. Oh dear. That's an 8. 008.
The ground will rumble. For a moment, the sky will go black, seeming as if something is blotting out the light of the moons. The air will go cold enough that you can see your own breath. You will hear chains rattling as you will watch the spirits of these that would start to rise being entwined with these chains and drugged screaming into the ground. And then there will be silence. The moons returning to their glory in the scarlet heavens. The winds blowing the warm breeze.
Remind me never to piss you off.
Can the
It
night
is unwise.
end?
It's unwise to piss off a war priest.
Can tonight get any more disturbing?
Don't tempt fate, sweetie.
We will roll to see.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Let me make a
Why?
note of that.
And here we lost Groovy.
It's fine. I don't need it at this moment. It just
One
went
of
out. But yeah, thank you for. I was afraid to look. Afraid it was one of the casts. So thank you. Even as you say that, Dandy, give me an insight check.
Do I still have bless?
If it's not, it lasts 1 full minute. And that
Oh.
combat took what 3-4 rounds.
Took
Okay.
4
maybe.
rounds. I'm going to say yes. This will be the last roll that would be able to be made with bless.
That is 12.
Okay. Pants and Vinfira, you are natives to this country. Please make an insight check.
Alrighty.
I will give you bless as well since it's happening at the same time, and I gave Dandy bless.
D4 here. This is insight, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tarios will kick sand and say, big scary words.
21 with the with the D4 in there.
22 with the D4.
It was at this moment that you will notice that the breeze is warm. It should be wintertime in Shark Endor.
That's weird.
Fuck.
Do you guys feel that?
Yes.
Feel that too? It's supposed to be cold, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's supposed to be cold?
Look, I get
Here.
that I get that in Iron Sage and on Vern it's summer, but it's winter here,
Hmm.
or at least it's supposed to be.
Is it like just warm or is it hot?
Roll for temperature. It is a lovely 72 degrees. Wind from the south rolling north. The humidity is at 70% because you're on the coast.
Drink a
Thank
small
you for
goblet with a stick.
thank you for tuning in to WSHR Radio, Shark Endor all the time.
Pants,
Yeah.
if you kick the goblin, it's bonus points.
Like we should be freezing our asses off right now, or at least all of you should be.
It should be very cold.
Like,
This is not good.
I've just grown to not even complain about the weather as long as it's not to where I'm dying from the heat or dying from the cold. Yes, it's probably not as cold as it should be, but there's so much more going on. I really think he's going to look around unless there's some kind of giant fire monster. I don't think we should really be cared too much about the temperature.
I care because it's the wrong season.
It's one more puzzle piece for us to put together later. We should
First
get
moons.
rest.
First
I think it's
moons, weather, plague, town. Bah.
I think it's pretty clear
Oh.
shit's going sideways here too.
Hey, Tyr,
Yes.
the town that's under the plague quarantine, is that Bloodgut?
No, that is Cape Hope. Bloodgut is
Cape Hope.
Orton Deep.
Right, sorry.
Nope, you're good. Cape Hope, the small picturesque port town on the edge of Shark Endor, home to many wonders such as Malcolm the Giant's Meadery, the birthplace of the rebellion during the time of the Battle of the Demon Bride, and home port to the Swamp Queen's Revenge. So
And we're what?
A-
North of the port?
you
Or north
are
of Cape Hope?
west of the city,
West of the city. Okay.
or east. Sorry, got them dyslexia. You are east of the city.
Do we know about how far away? Like
Oh.
day.
From Cape Hope.
Mhm.
You're a good day walk away.
Just for the player, I know this won't mean anything to the audience or half the cast, but Cape Hope, is that the one we definitely did not blow up that one time?
That is the one
that
you
other
definitely did not blow up that one time in that other campaign.
Okay, cool.
There were 2 cities that meet that definition technically. Just saying.
We
had
didn't. We weren't
nothing to do with
responsible for the other.
We had nothing
It just
to do with
happened when we
that.
were leaving. That had nothing to do. I know which one that one was.
Only happened because of our actions does not mean that we did it.
We don't control what they do. Anyway, back to the game. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry
so
for the tangent.
this is the one that you all were directly involved with.
Yes,
the
yes.
the renovations.
Right. The Talcafar helped out a lot. We were just bystanders, really.
That is true. The Talcafar did do most of the renovating.
Yeah.
Dandy's going to just give a little bit of a sigh and look towards Pants and Vinfira, and you two are local to this, right?
I'm from this continent, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's tower somewhere.
So, how far do you think we are from the city of Celestials, or some sort of city by the similar name?
The what?
Ooh,
Tyr, has
Right.
she ever heard of the city of Celestials?
Go ahead and make an insight check there, Ventura.
Same question for Pants.
I'm looking at this 7 and going, nope, I don't think she does.
The first thing that comes to your mind is she referring to the village of the Celestials, which would be in the Emerald Forest?
Let me clarify then. Did you say celestial or celestial with an R?
Celestial.
Okay, so it's not the tribe's name.
No, it is. Canon's changed from
Oh, you changed the name of the tribe.
right.
Okay. Why do you want to know about a city of the Celestials?
I heard they have a really, really nice museum, and I just want to go see it.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was about to ask to
Yeah.
insight check that as well.
Make a deception check there, Dandy.
I'll take rolling a 1 on that. That's okay.
How did it land cocked in the? Sorry.
Because the moons that were like this are now like this, and
The moon spun off the point and landed in a corner, so it was still on the freaking point. How? Okay, sorry. I'm yelling at everyone's ears. I'm so sorry.
all right. Pants, what'd you get?
That is a 4.
Ventura,
16.
Dandy.
18.
She just wants to get some culture. She wants to see a museum. Pants, you would appreciate this as much book reading as you did.
Does the city name anything trigger any like history, like books that, since it's on the continent?
Okay, that's your question. What was your question, Vin?
So if she thinks Dandy means the village, she would know that Dandy's full of crap.
Well, I mean, there is a museum in the village.
Yeah, but things in the Emerald Forest she knows aren't well known outside the forest.
I get that, but based off of the deception, she's playing it off that she's heard of this museum, so I'm giving it to her. Pants, roll a history check.
That is a dirty, dirty 20.
Dirty, dirty 20. You would know that the village of the Celestials is one of 3 tribes of elven folk in the Emerald Forest. There is the Kersham, the Kershane, and the Celestials. The Kershane are the blades of the forest. They are the warrior caste. The Kersham are the shadows of the forest. And then the Celestials are the governing body. The Celestials have been in power for however long. This will bring up another interesting point, that you would know that outsiders aren't really allowed in the Emerald Forest. That it's a death sentence to trespass without permission.
Well, okay, we can try to go see this museum, but I've been told that this is not something, like we're not just going to be able to walk in there and be like, yes, I'd like to see your museum, please. That's not going to happen.
Why
they don't like
not?
out. Okay, here is what my knowledge from books, which museums, book knowledge says that there are 3 tribes that live in these emerald forests on this beautiful continent of Sharkanto. And the Celestials are like the governing people, and they're not really cool with outsiders unless you get like a permission slip that says you are allowed to see the museum. But
Yeah, the guards usually shoot you at the border.
yeah, they kill you. I've read many stories about the people that they have killed. People have tried very hard to get in. They're
Tarius
very
will
good.
look,
Yeah, I'm
look at
familiar.
Dandy and say, "You don't have a permission slip, do you?"
Well, why would I have
Um,
a permission slip? I barely know about the thing. I heard it in passing once from someone that I was pickpocketing. It sounded like a cool place to go.
Karak reaches into his pouch and pulls out a silver coin, a permission slip like the one Bane gave us to get past the guards of the Emerald Forest, because the people there are the ones we need to talk to.
would that be a permit? Would that work as a permission thing?
Ven's gonna roll her eyes. Yeah, it will. But if they think you're fucking around, you're gonna get in deep shit.
Tarius will look at Pants and be like, "So don't leave our side."
He's gonna take that. He's gonna look at Danny and be like, "Keep your hands in your pockets, little sticky fingers."
Hey, my hands are only sticky because of the food I put in my pouches.
They keep them sticky hands in them sticky pouches.
Speaking of
thanks
which,
to
she's gonna reach into one of her pouches and pull out some bacon and just
thanks to Major Baynard's gift, it is no longer lined with pocket lint. Okay, so y'all had said something about rest. Is there any more conversations or anything you wish to accomplish before you begin the rest and the night watch?
How we're still very close to the shore, right? Or at least we walked a little away from the camp, so we're closer to the shore where this combat just took place.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a couple of the bodies and just drag them back over towards the water.
Okay.
And drop them off for the crabs to scavenge away from our camp, not as close.
Let the tide and the crabs take them. I got you.
Yep.
I will help.
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay.
Danny's
Volunteer,
tidy,
can
she
you-
won't.
Can you spell the names of the not the governing body of the 3 tribes, but the other 2, the shadows and the blades?
Yeah, it's Kershom, Kershom, and Kershane, Kershain.
And the Kershawn are the shadows.
The Kersham are the shadows of the forest. The Kershane are the blades.
Shane are the blades. Got it. Cool. Now I have my notes correct. Thank you.
You are more than welcome. Speaking of which, guys, a lot of this stuff is going to be going up on Patreon soon. Of the audible histories of a lot of these places, their creation, their traditions, and stuff. So just keep a watch out for it there. All right, so guys, you are going to take your rest. I need the order of the watch, please.
Pants will go first because he only has to rest for 6 hours, 4 or 6.
Who's next?
Ven will take
Yes.
second. She's not going to be sleeping anytime soon anyway, and only needs,
Third?
I guess I'll go third.
Who has last? And
I'll take last.
Dandy, and then Rock. Okay. You have your camp and such. You all are bedded down. Pants, I need a perception check, please, at the beginning of your tour of guard.
Cocked. Oh, that's nope. Character sheet. Okay, my perception is +2, so 17.
You do not hear anything. You hear the sound of sheep's bleating in the distance, may me, but bah, way in the distance, just barely on the edge of recognition. The rest of the time passes, and it is time to switch guards. So, Venfira,
Well, Ben wasn't sleeping, so he doesn't have to wake her. He'll just tap her in.
Your turn. I'm going to go sit next to you and not move for 6 hours.
Yeah, because that's not weird or anything.
And before you even finish that sentence, it's the same thing when you first saw him sitting there, looking at the fire and not doing anything.
I almost prefer him like that. Oh, this dice hates me too. It's from perception, not performance. Wow, yeah. So that's a 10.
everything seems fine. Towards the end of your shift, Venfira, it feels like something's watching you.
She's gonna kind of look around as she feels that sensation of someone watching her again. And she's just gonna speak in a normal voice. She's not yelling out. If it's that shadow guy again, you could just go the fuck away. That'd be great.
Okay. That will end your watch, and it will be now time for Tarios.
All right, she'll go wake Tarios up. Your shift.
Well,
By the
get
way,
up.
feels like something's watching us.
Okay. I will find it and punch it in the face.
Make your perception check, please.
$15.
15. Very uneventful. You do not feel like anything is watching you. You do not hear anything except for the distant bleating of sheep. Everything is perfectly peaceful.
I will go find Karak at the end of
Dandy's next.
or Dandy. That's what I meant.
All right.
Has 6 hours passed at this point?
Yes.
Pants will come online, but he's not going to move from his space. He wants to be sneaky in his ways of being. He wants to kind of get the drop on Dandy.
All right. Give me a deception check. And Dandy, please make your perception check for the guarding and the such. All right. Pants, what is your deception?
A 7?
Dandy, what is your perception?
22.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt, you know that Pants is aware and active. He is faking being out.
Totally self-aware.
You, very uneventful. You do hear the distant bleating of sheep.
All right, then I'll go wake up Croc at the end of my shift for him to take the last.
No, handsome, come back to bed. It's not time yet. Oh, what?
What?
No, what? Nothing. No. My turn
It's
then.
your turn, yeah.
All right, get some sleep.
Okay.
I will wait, a couple hours into my shift, and then as it's getting close to time to start waking everyone, I'll start making coffee and breakfast.
Okay, so first I will need a perception check.
Yeah, and I will also take part of this time to pray for my spells. That is 15.
Okay. Very uneventful. The distant bleating of sheep. Now go ahead and give me a survival check.
I will help you with that. As soon as you start to try and make breakfast, Pants will be like, "I'll help."
Does that mean I get it with advantage?
Sure.
Cool. That
Wait,
breakfast
and-
was going to suck otherwise. My first roll was a 2. That's a 12 plus 4, 16.
Okay. Would Karak have been startled by the sudden movement of Pants?
Would you like me to roll for that?
Yeah.
My
Let's just
passive perception is a 14, if that matters.
So in this case, what we'll do is Pants, make a stealth check. You need higher than a 14.
I literally
Oh
thought-
yeah. Oh yeah. Remember that time when he hid perfectly behind something? That's an 18.
What are you doing hiding behind me, Pants? What are you doing?
So yeah, it would have startled you a bit.
Oh, would you not do that?
Well, I've been awake. I've been awake the whole time. It's very lonely. I at one point thought that Dandy saw me blink, and that will happen from time to time. But you would help with breakfast?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Good.
The coffee percolating, the meat, the cured meats and such on the fire, the smell drifting as the rest of you will greet a new day.
So is Karak coming around to wake us up, or is he just waiting for us to wake up on our own?
I'll give you enough time for the smell of coffee to see how many of you that wakes up, and anybody who doesn't seem to be stirring as breakfast is close to being ready, he'll come and nudge awake gently.
Cheer, does the smell wake her up?
Give me a we'll call it a perception to see if
Okay.
she notices and wakes.
No, she doesn't. That's a 4.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Can Pants come over with like the pan of like bacon and meats and like walk over to people who aren't waking up and trying to like waft the smells to them?
So, Pants, are you getting close enough to like take a look at her, or just walking past?
It's like, well, you know, when you're like, you got a kid and they're sleeping, and then you're like, oh, I'm gonna wake them up with this breakfast. So you like get the breakfast on the plate, and you like get the plate close to them so they can like smell the breakfast. So they're like, oh, perfect time. to
Okay,
wake
so
up."
at this point, I'm going to need everybody but Patrick and Venfira to earmuff or Pants and Venfira.
Uh-oh.
So give me an insight check, Pants,
Oh, I'm afraid. Oh, I'm afraid.
or perception, whichever's higher.
All right, does he have to roll for it, or can I just tell him what he'd be seeing?
He has to roll for it.
Okay.
He's that's that's a 6.
Now you may tell him what he would be seeing. Because the DC was 5, because it's going to be fucking hard to miss.
So, Pants, not only is she absolutely still, she doesn't look like she's breathing.
Oh, I relate.
You're used to seeing Venfira breathe. She does not look like she's breathing. She's stone still.
Gonna put the pan on the ground, get really close, check to see if you're breathing, feeling
mean-
for air.
There doesn't really feel or look like she's breathing. I'm sorry, that was a great face.
it's it's exactly the face he would make, because he would like kind of like like on his we'd on his knees, he'd like get up onto his knees and do the whole like arms on his sides, be like, because he knows that she does not like to be touched. The first
Okay.
time he met her, she was even being like weird, but
At this point, I'm bringing the other ones in, so please hold.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back. You all see that Pants has the skillet of food trying to wake people up. You see him stop staring at Vinfira. You'll see him crouch down, waving the food in front of her face. You will see him set it to the side, and you will see. Can you show us the look on his face, Pants? Yes, that is the look on Pants' face at the moment.
But one day.
I didn't know your face could do that. Is everything all right?
He's just gonna keep sitting there making those like strange noises.
I walk over and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to adjust Pants' face for him.
I need an insight check as you get close.
That's a natural 20.
Vinfira doesn't appear
My
to be
insight
breathing.
is my insight is +6, by the way, in case it matters.
It does matter. Thank you. 26. Vinfira does not appear to be breathing at all.
I
Should I? He goes to like he's gonna poke her. Like he's just gonna like gently poke her.
Let me. I lean down close. Vinfira, it's time to wake up.
Does she hear them?
Perception.
Jesus.
As soon as you get closer, the face goes from being strained to.
That's a 19.
Yes, you hear them.
So as you're leaning in and talking to her, her eyes are going to snap open.
Easy.
Do I see the
Why
eyes
the
snap
fuck
open?
are you so close to me?
He lowers his voice to a whisper. You did not appear to be breathing, Pants noticed, and was quite concerned for you in your sleep.
Yeah, that's why I don't sleep near you guys.
So as soon as he sees your eyes pop open, Pants is gonna scream and flail his arms and run back towards everybody. That's gonna happen while you're.
I need a performance check. And then I need to make some rolls because, as usual, something I didn't anticipate.
Oh no. Oh, I think somebody's dead and their eyes just pop open.
So while they're like checking on Vinfira, they're kind of sitting there, kind of looking at her. Tarius is kind of like tiptoes, sneak up behind them, grabbing handfuls of meat from the plate and just been stuffing his face.
So I need a stealth and a sleight of hand. What was your performance, Pants?
3. It was a 3.
You think that given the previous night that you should be quiet but you are unable to as you screech loudly. It actually almost sounds like it's echoing as you stand up. And what was your rolls? Tarios, what was your stealth roll?
Stealth roll is 24. Sleight of hand roll is 21.
You stand up, stepping back and turning at the same time when you feel something bump into you as you are now face to face with the Revan mask with the emerald eyes.
And a big mouthful of like meat. Like I'm mid.
No, he can't see the mouth because he is literally face to face.
It's more screams. It's more screams. It's more screams and possibly falling backwards over Karak and Vinfira.
We're going to call it a dexterity check to see if you can remain on your feet.
Oh, God.
And it's with disadvantage.
Diddy's just gonna eat her pouch food and watch this with a bright smile on her face because she's a morning person and this is great entertainment.
I want to see the trending of #pouchfood tomorrow on Twitter, people.
Pouch food and fan art. Come on, guys. What'd you get there, Pants?
I got a 2 because I rolled and I have a +1 to my dexterity.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I had no
buddy.
idea you guys realizing she doesn't breathe in her sleep to be this funny.
So,
I had no idea it would be this funny.
So, Yeah, I was waiting for the right moment to introduce it. So, but go ahead and let you do that. Your character, your backstory. The moment of the corpse opening its eyes, you jolting upright, turning, coming face to face with the visage of death, screaming, stumbling backwards, tripping over Karak's feet, falling, landing on top of Infura, who will take 2 points of damage.
Let me do that damage real quick. So if you're touching skin anywhere on her in this process, you will feel that she is stone cold to the touch.
We probably feel similar.
You have about 2 seconds to get off of me, or I'm going to feed you to a fucking shout out.
Pants is screaming. He's can't.
I
He's
reach down, I grab Pants by his lapels, and I lift him up off of Infira and set him on his feet.
I need an athletics check.
Okay, that's fine.
He's gonna still be screaming
That's-
this whole time.
Pants, I'm blaming you for this. Because that's the second natural 20 I've rolled in this situation.
So much like a father to their child, he grabs the lapel of Pants, lifts him, sets him to the side away from Vinfira, in between Vinfira and Tarios, as Pants continues to sit, flailing his arms and screaming, looking something like this.
I look him in the face and I go, shush.
Tarius is going to grab the plate of meat that he's eating like big handfuls off of, and then kind of turn it to Pants and offer him some. So he's like,
Bro, he is 100% freaked out.
Dandy's
The
gonna
world around him is just screams and arm flailing.
Dandy's gonna walk over and smack him in the face.
All right, roll a d20, please. Add your attack modifier.
I have a 15, by the way.
That's a dirty 20. So nasty.
Okay, so
Dirty.
roll a d4 for, or no, it would be 1 point of damage. Roll a, we're going to call this a wisdom check to see if it boggles you from your hysterics, Pants.
That's a 9.
DC was 5. So there's the moment of everyone attempting, the orc lifting you off of Vanfira, the Minotaur offering you a plate of meat, and then you see the chipper little gnome walk over and just the shit right out you. But it does get your attention.
Well, I had to stop him from screaming.
So
Right.
what you're saying is we just reenacted a scene from Airplane.
Pretty much.
Clue! That's from Clue. It's when who's it? Mrs.
Yes!
Peacock is screaming,
yeah.
and he slaps her, and he goes, "Oh, I had to stop her from screaming."
I was picturing the scene where the hysterical woman and people are just lining up to slap her. Airplane?
Oh,
If
so
Dandy's
funny.
didn't work, I was next in line. I was right there.
That's fair. That's fair. No, Pants will stop. It'll be like the after Major Baynard said the joke and he was laughing, he dead stops immediately. Dead stop of screaming, blinks a little bit, takes a piece of meat from Tarios, which is probably the first time any of you have seen Pants eat anything. He's never put any food in his mouth since then. And he puts it in his mouth and just chews. He's not swallowing, he's just chewing it.
Ven's gonna stand
Are
up
we
and-
good now?
Ven's gonna stand up and like dust herself off and give him dirty looks while this is happening.
Tarius will grab another handful of meat and say, "Hell yeah, we're good. This is awesome."
Pants.
Gonna
Just-
take more
just-
bacon. He's not swallowing, so any more food he puts into his mouth is just falling out of it because he doesn't understand. It's
Tar-
just
Tarios, save some for the rest of us.
He mid reach, he stops and he looks at the plate and says, he just kind of frowns. It's okay.
Do you really want a hangry orc later this afternoon? I haven't eaten yet.
Well,
Okay.
I always have food.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got 20 pounds of food McGee in a 10-pound package over there.
I weigh
Yes, I
more than
understand
10
that,
pounds.
but I made you breakfast. I would like to partake in the breakfast I made with Pants's help.
Vince is just chewing and nodding.
All right, look. Not only am I not a morning person, I sleep by myself because I look like a goddamn corpse. Okay? And let's be honest, no one wants to snuggle a corpse. She's going to kind of huff off for a moment to go calm herself down.
I go and fix a plate for myself and a plate for Venfira and 2 cups of coffee. And I just go and I set the coffee and the plate next to her sleeping roll, and I sit down nearby and start eating my breakfast.
Okay.
Once she's had a minute to calm down, she'll come back over, look at the food, look at Karak. Thanks. And she'll sit down and start eating.
If I didn't put it on your plate, our Minotaur friend was going to eat all.
Yeah, well, let's just say I'm used to getting forgotten.
Don't worry about them. They'll get used to it. Vance has only read things in books. I don't think he has any real experience in the world at this.
And he hears that, and you just hear him in the background because he hasn't moved. He's just sitting there. There's no food in his mouth. He's just he says, "At least nothing that I remember."
You saw the way the sailors looked at me, right?
And
How
you
they-
saw what happened to them, right?
I grew up with that.
Tarius
That's
will
my life.
finish picking his teeth and belch and say, "Have you seen the way that people look at me? To hell with people. They look at you funny no matter what. I wore this mask because I wanted to. I look like a normal Minotaur under this thing. Just
He
whatever."
does.
They don't look at me like I'm weird or look at me funny. They make their little symbols to ward me off because they think I'm pure evil. They treat me like a monster.
And they think I'm a savage who wants to raid their town and steal their children to eat them.
I need everyone to
Sure.
please make a perception check.
But you're not wearing furs.
They think that you're a perfectly normal human fighter, don't they, Pants?
Not wearing furs. Oh, oh, that's.
You just gotta bring it in every once in a while. Oh, no, so- you said a perception check here.
Yes. Did anyone get higher than a 25?
No.
Nope.
No.
No.
It is this moment that between Tarios, Karak, and Pants, you will hear a voice, a familiar voice. You all make too much noise.
Tarius is gonna throw a piece of bacon right at the voice. He's gonna be mid. He was gonna eat one more piece. He throws it right at the voice.
Roll an attack roll.
Is this the voice I think it is?
I don't know. I don't know what you're thinking. I can't read your mind.
Is it her Uncle Bane?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Uh,
that won't startle her.
Mhm.
So if we're going to treat the piece of bacon like we're going to treat my dart's a +6. So it would have been a 13.
13 will miss. You will throw the piece of bacon. The large panther that accompanies the Ranger Bane will intercept gracefully as the gray clad ranger will be standing there among you, a look of disappointment on his face. You all make too much noise.
Yeah, well, I didn't exactly warn them that I don't breathe when I'm sleeping. Or at least, I mean, I've got to be breathing. Just doesn't look like it. They thought I was dead, but you know how that goes.
There is no air coming from your nose. There is none. I looked. I checked it. Everything. You are.
It's normal.
Tarius will turn and look at Pants and be like, well, is there air coming from your nose?
Good
I don't
question.
think he's actually sure. Wait, how do you know that?
I don't know. I just thought that was a normal question you asked a normal human fighter.
Yeah, I'm perfectly normal.
We're
What do
going
you
to
mean
strike
by
that from the record. I've been waiting for you. They shut down Cape Hope, as I'm sure you know. We can't.
Yes, that's why we have a dinghy.
We cannot go through. Well,
That's not. We don't talk about Pants like that.
we're going to have to take the more treacherous route to the Emerald. We're going to have to follow the coastline.
Well, that sounds about par for our course.
Well,
You
he's
still-
right. We can't go to Wells Deep.
You still have the coin.
Yes.
Good. There's something that you must know.
What is that?
Unless some manage to survive, which from all accounts none have, all the blood hunters are dead.
Do we know what blood hunters are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blood hunters are a
The-
very common thing.
Yes, the Spider Woman told us as much.
That's right.
She said there were a few who had survived, she thought. She was
Those that
uncertain.
survived.
Yeah, that's not all she said.
there is a key?
Dandy's gonna.
I do not wish to know further. I do not deal with fortune tellers, but you're sure they said that there were some that were alive.
She said the blood hunters are all dead, save a few.
Then I must go find them.
She also said that the shadows are bringing war.
That much is evident. What was Dandy going to say and or do?
Oh, well, to the mention of the key, Dandy's just gonna give a very brief glance to Ven because she still has that niggling in the back of her mind. But she is also going to ask Bane,
How long is that going to be trip-wise taking the coast?
It'll get you to the border of the Emerald Forest in about 3 days.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I'm sorry. Are you? Do you have an itinerary or something that you're following?
Yeah, she wants to go see this museum.
So you just shrug at him.
yeah.
Roll a deception, please, because he is definitely inciting that shit. And your deception roll?
22.
You beat me by 1.
Yeah. Woo!
He will look at you and shrug back.
Tarius shrugs too.
Yes.
Tarius will shrug as well.
He
You
will shake
see,
his head.
this one is doing the right job. Do better.
Yes, we are all about dice shaming here. Put him in a freezer, hit him with a hammer.
We won't kink shame you unless that's your kink, but we will dice shame all night long.
Tallulah. All right, so Tarios, when you shrug, he just looks at you and shakes his head, and I'm surprised it wasn't you that was screaming.
I try not to scream anymore. It doesn't do any good.
So y'all will follow the coast. Try not to draw any more attention to yourselves. When you reach the border, make sure to give them the coin. Once inside, you are guaranteed safety as long as you do not do anything unwise.
Just for everyone else's sake, because obviously I know what being unwise would be. But do you have like a list of things that could possibly would be unwise? Not saying I would do anything unwise.
So instead of giving you a list, I will give you this advice. When you go to do something, stop and think, is this going to piss off the people that I am visiting? And if so, don't do it.
It's good advice. I like these.
If they are blood hunters left, then maybe they headed for the mountains. I will go and check.
You're not going to go with us?
I cannot. I must go find the rest of the blood hunters if they remain. When you get there, tell them that you wish to speak to the High Lady Shava and tell her everything that has transpired.
Oh, don't worry, I will. I mean, they're not exactly strangers to me. Besides, I have a lot of questions.
He will nod. He will pat his panther, and they will take off heading north.
Just before he turns with the panther, I grab a handful of meat and I toss it to Mila.
Tossing a handful of meat to Mila, she will catch it, devour it quickly. She will bump against you as she's leaving with a purr, a deep purr.
I give her some shoulder blade scritches as she presses against me before she leaves.
She gives it one of the, the long cat stretch
Mhm.
where, they stretched her body like 4 times longer than what it's supposed to, and then
Right.
takes off heading north.
And Ven would have totally been letting her lick her plate while Bane was talking to them. Habit she got into when, she was younger.
Spoiling the panther.
Every chance she gets. It's the only animal she likes.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
It would have been nice if he left us a map.
He said follow
He said
the
we had
coast.
to. Well, he said we had to take the coastal route.
He also said follow the coast.
Yeah, but
So
And he said he's more dangerous. It's a
Yeah, but-
coast. What could go wrong?
A lot of things.
indeed,
Have you met our group? A lot of things could go wrong.
Well, I guess there's nothing for it. We should break camp and get on the move.
okay, so marching order, please.
Dandy will take
Um,
second.
Yes,
I'll go first. No,
Never
if
mind.
you want to go first, that's fine. Either way.
Okay,
Do you wanna go
Tarios, Dandy. Do you want to go first, Tarios?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Where's Karak?
I'll take rear then.
And then
I guess Ben will be somewhere in the middle.
we'll put Venfira and then Pants, because I have a feeling Pants would not let Venfira behind him.
Yeah, there are certain people he feels comfortable and like safe being closer to. Vampira is one of those people that it's better to be closer to Vampira than away from Vampira.
Are you sure?
It's right now, I guess. Suppose right now. You never forget your first bait and switch.
Go back and listen to that episode. All right. So, Tarios, I need you to make a survival check.
That's 22.
Okay. And then I need a perception check, please. The survival check is to see if that you are definitely going in the right direction as prescribed by the ranger. The perception check is to see if you see anything.
4.
You see nothing. You are so focused on following the prop that anything could happen and you would probably just not realize it. Karak, you're in the rear. I need a perception check from you as well.
Perception 17.
All right. You think for a moment that you clock movement, but it was just a shadow.
All right, I'm gonna keep a weather eye out. And actually, and while we're walking during like the first, gonna like get Pants to hang back with me just a little bit away from the rest of the group for a second, and be like, you realize that
Hold on.
Venfira.
Hold on. So, conversation to everybody but these two earmuff.
All right.
It's more time with Karak and Pants.
Yep.
It's Pants and Karak's show. You realize that Venfira feels like an outsider, even among her own people. I think perhaps you could understand this somewhat, yes?
Very, very much so. Yes.
Yes. I would like you to try and make her feel less like an outsider amongst our. She needs that. She needs to feel accepted by someone, by some group. She feels like she's a monster because she's unique and different, and people mostly fear what is different. I think more than anyone else here, you and I should be able to understand that. So
Well, I
you
have
need
not
to,
personally experienced this. Yes. Because most people, they see big.
yes, but just we need to make an effort to not draw attention to her differences, to pretend that her differences are normal, much the same way that those of us who know, pretend that you are perfectly normal. Yes?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yes. All right.
I will
For
do
me.
what I can. Oh, of course,
Yes.
of course. And he slaps you on the back. He goes, of course. All of you are some of the closest people I have ever met, and we have been in very many weird things. So much so that you could say that we are big weirdos, all of us. Some of us not so much big, but definitely a little weird.
Some of the little ones are bigger weird than.
Yes.
Anyway,
Wait.
yes.
Wait. That's a good name for us. The big weirdos.
It might be a little too on the nose. I was actually thinking about what to call us, and I have a couple of ideas. Maybe around the campfire tonight we can discuss it.
This is a good idea. I will think on this while we walk, and I will make sure not to talk about how Ven does not breathe when she's sleeping. Is very cold. Have you felt this woman's feet? Like, she is cold.
Yes.
She is as cold as I am.
The first night
Mm.
in the monastery graveyard, I touched her skin and noticed, but did not react to it. I think that's why she trusts me.
Possible. But yes. I will make sure not to mention any of the weird things because we are all weird and we all accept these weird things.
Good. Thank you.
All right.
Of course.
Cool. I can bring people back now.
Mhm.
All right. Okay, as they have their
Oh,
conversation,
I was gonna say
I
something
need
right after you finish talking.
I need Vinfera to please make a perception check.
Okay, let's see. All of these dice have betrayed me at some point tonight, so I don't think it matters which one I grab at this point. 12.
You hear a voice in your ear, a soft whisper. I will guard you to the forest, mistress. I will see no harm fall you.
And this is actually whispering, not telepathic, right?
Right, it is actual whispering.
She's gonna stop dead in her tracks. Who said that?
It is I, mistress, your humble servant. Remember the dungeon?
Why do you keep calling me that?
You are my mistress.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You will know soon enough.
Do any of the rest of us hear this whispering?
No, you do not hear the whispering, but I would like for you guys to go ahead and give me a perception check to see if you hear her responding to the whispering that you do not hear.
Since she came to a dead stop in her tracks, is there any risk that Pants is gonna walk into her?
Pants is walking directly beside Karak right now, so Karak will not let that happen.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't think about it when I had her stop.
Dandy,
18.
Karak,
16.
Pants,
21.
Tarios.
17.
Okay. No, none of you all hear her. But because of that, I have to make a wild magic roll.
Because something talked to her? Crap.
No, because
this
the
our-
lovely audience voted for the wild magic rolls.
No,
I
I'm
was
just
about
saying
to
if that's a trigger, crap.
Is this our first? This is our first wild magic roll on our show.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not awesome.
It's the first time it's triggered.
Yeah, I was about to say it's the
Oh,
first time we've
no.
had a trigger moment.
No,
This is
he's been rolling for it all night. I have no doubt. It just hasn't triggered yet.
It's like shooting yourself in the foot with a 12 gauge. Just
Dandy.
hole.
Yes.
Pain. That's the only word for it. As your clothes grow multiple sets of teeth and begin biting all over your body.
Oh, God. She's gonna start screaming and flailing because, oh, dear God, what?
What's the matter with the little one?
I
You
know
will
Ben is super distracted, but does she notice this?
Give me a perception check with disadvantage because she is distracted. Everyone else can give me a straight perception check. Dandy, you will take 9 points of damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Teeth begin piercing flesh, drawing blood.
I'm gonna have a gnome streaking.
All right,
6.
Karak,
I'm sorry. Dirty 20.
dirty 20. Pants,
I got a 6.
Tarios,
9.
Ventura.
I got an 8.
Karak notices. Karak hears the screaming and sees the flailing gnome.
What, Dandy? What's wrong? What? I'll run towards her.
She's gonna be trying to, like, pull at her clothes because she doesn't want to be naked in front of a bunch of people, but at the same time, her clothes are actively causing her pain, and she can't really get her thoughts straight to convey that. She's just pulling at her clothes. You might think that there's, like, ants in her clothes or something like that.
Dandy, another 4 points of damage, please.
Okay, so given what I'm seeing, do I see the mouths and teeth on her clothes, or do I just see her struggling at her clothes like maybe they're full of ants?
Give me a perception check.
Same number, dirty 20.
You see blood coming through the collar, the sleeves. You see wet spots beginning to appear at different areas of her clothing.
All right, as I'm about to do it, I'm like, I'm very sorry, and I grab her clothes and attempt to just rip them off of her.
All right, I need a strength check, please.
Big weirdos.
Made even
Yeah, that'll
weirder
do.
by the fact that stepfather, stepdaughter.
Yeah, it's a very weird thing. Yeah, for those of you who didn't know, Shelly's my stepdaughter, and now I'm ripping her clothes off in a D&D campaign. So
To
yeah,
save her
awkward.
life. To save her
To
life.
save her life. I'm, you know,
don't
in the game, I'm her doctor too.
That makes it weirder, dear.
I think that we need
No,
to get
I'm
away
being
from
professional.
that.
I'm
Ben,
being professional.
you can never say something like that again, ever, never ever.
Oh god.
All right. So that's I got a 21.
You are able to rip the clothing off. I now need a dexterity saving throw from you, Karak.
Saving throw, you say? Hey, look, my saving throw and my check are the same bonus. Oh no, yeah, that's a 9.
The clothing wrapping around your hands and arms now as it begins biting you. You will take 11 points of damage.
Ow! Fuck! Jeez, what the?
So now
No,
there's a naked dwarf and an orc, or a naked dwarf. I
Gnome.
mean naked gnome and an orc fighting clothes that is attacking him.
Question: were her underclothes similarly affected?
No, her underclothes were fine. She is not.
Then she is not completely naked.
No, she is not completely naked. Her underclothes are intact. It was the outer clothing that grew the teeth and began biting.
Bet you're glad it's not cold now.
Is Ven finally registering what's happening?
Yes, you all at this point are registering that Karak just ripped part of Dandy's clothing off and is now calling out in pain as his hands seem to have been bound and blood running down.
I drop to my knees with the clothing wrapped around my fist, and I start punching the ground repeatedly.
Nothing happens except
Tarius is
you
gonna
take another 11 points of damage.
Well, that's
Sure.
happening. Ven's gonna run around him, take off her cloak, and wrap it around Dandy.
Okay.
thank you.
So I need everybody to just go ahead and roll initiative.
You said I needed to make another dex check. Is that what you said?
Yes.
All right, that's an 18.
Okay. So
And
it
I'll
doesn't
roll
get
initiative.
any further up.
What'd you guys
Dandy.
do tonight? We fought the gnomes, the rogues' clothing.
Dandy.
16.
Karak.
6.
No.
Next, you're gonna tell us this isn't the first time you've had to stab somebody in your underwear.
I mean, she probably has.
I'm sorry.
Your initiative.
Oh, 13. Sorry.
Tarios.
9.
Benfera.
A 6.
Hey, we're initiative buddies, Ven.
All right, Dandy.
I am going to grab my sword off the ground because presumably it's now on the ground with my clothes having been ripped off. And I'm gonna try and slice between Croc's hands.
Okay. Give me a attack roll.
That was cocked. Alrighty, that is a 23.
That will hit. Please roll damage.
Alrighty, right. That is 8.
You will take your blade swiftly, sliding it in between the flesh of your companion and the fabric of your clothing. You feel like when you have stabbed people before, it is like you are stabbing someone. The clothing will shriek. It will vibrate. It will convulse as it falls to the sand. And it will become normal. Even the rip mended.
Well, that was different.
What the fuck just happened?
Tarius will run over and like drop kick the clothes on the ground, like jab, just to make sure.
Okay. You kick the clothes on the ground. It is at this point when you are looking up at the sky and you see something falling towards you, Torios.
Oh fuck! He's going to say, "Hey, there's a thing coming," and hopefully that's not when it hits him.
It is. You will take 4 points of damage as a squirrel will bounce off your forehead.
Mother, son of a! Who put this squirrel here?
Pants, I saw you look up. Give me a perception check.
Damn it. Catching me and being in character. My perception is, I believe, still. Yeah, that is a 15.
You will hear thunder. You will see lightning as clouds will suddenly form. And for about 30 seconds, it will rain squirrels.
It's
And-
raining squirrels. Hallelujah. It's
Hallelujah.
raining.
I need everyone to please make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being pelted by raining squirrels.
So, like,
What
if
the fuck?
if it starts to rain squirrels, Tarius is going to run around and say, "The end is nigh. The end is nigh."
I'm going to attempt to hold my shield over myself and Dandy
Okay.
in this moment.
Sorry that I broke it here.
All right, Dandy. You can do-
23.
Oh, okay. Well, you're good. Karak,
15.
Pants.
So, is it just a straight dexterity or could I use acrobatics?
You know what? I'm going to be nice. If you can describe to me the acrobatic moves you're doing to not get hit by squirrels, I will let you make an acrobatics check.
He's gonna remember the 5 Ds of dodgeball, duck, dick, dive, dodge, and dodge. He's gonna just like, you ever watch really bad gameplay of like Dark Souls 2 people that just rolling attacks? He's just rolling around trying to.
I'll allow it. Give me an acrobatics roll.
Okay, it's a 10.
Oh god.
That is 14 points of squirrel damage.
Oh, I've never taken squirrel damage before.
No, but you
Break out the bottle of rat poison.
Oh,
They're just fuzzy tree rats. Kill one.
World
Torios.
damage.
I got a 16.
Okay. Vin.
So how much squirrel damage is she gonna take?
What'd you get?
10.
13 points of squirrel damage.
Oof.
She's gonna mutter I mean, she's gonna say, and she's gonna say it in Infernal like she usually does. Thought you said you were gonna keep us safe. The fuck. She takes 13 goddamn points of damage from falling squirrels.
Squirrel damage. It was squirrel damage. I don't think there's rules for that. Is it a different damage type? Can I have a
Yes.
resistance at some point?
I'm pretty sure that counts as bludgeoning.
Yeah,
How
that
do
that is bludgeoning. Squirrel
Bludgeoning squirrel
raining squirrel damage is bludgeoning damage. Unless they hit teeth first, then it's piercing.
You know how
No!
badly now I want to homebrew something that just protects from squirrel damage.
It's the holy acorn. It's like a
Oh.
shield.
Where's that? I have a thing.
And it makes it so like you put it above your head, and it's like if an umbrella was around you, and it just bounce off of the force field
Look like a
Yeah,
giant iceberg.
for all
I
your
have a thing.
raiding squirrel needs.
I have an anti-squirrel umbrella somewhere in this pack. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, dear, you said there wouldn't be tears, but I'm almost crying from laughing.
I tell you what, somebody gives me some art of it raining squirrels, and I will create a anti-squirrel umbrella.
Do it, please.
The sudden squirrely storm, having passed, the summer squirrel, if you will, or squirrel squall. That's a good one.
Squirrel. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Are they still around? Like,
No,
is there?
they vanished. When they hit, they vanished.
Oh,
It's not like you got like squirrel puddles or anything.
Okay.
I was thinking
Aw,
squirrel.
Dandy can't jump in a puddle of squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel mosh pit for
Hashtag squirrel puddles.
That does not sound good.
Put on your wellies. You're gonna need some. You're gonna go out splashing in squirrel puddles today.
Come on down to the Jasper Coast. Bring the family. They plenty of squirrel puddles. Come on. We're stacking them deep and selling them cheap.
All right.
Oh god, I can't breathe.
I'm going to walk up to each member of our group now that the squirrel storm has stopped. And I'm going to hand you each a vial for you to drink. And we'll go in order. Dandy, if you when you drink the wine back, Pants gets 6 points back. Ben, you get 8 points back. Benfira, you get 10 points back.
Oh, good.
And I also get 10 points back.
Do you recall what points I got back? Because that cut out for me.
Yeah, you got 9.
Okay.
You were first. I have them lined up.
Okay, so to answer your question, Benfira, before all of this chaos and fuckery happened, the reason the wild magic triggered is because the individual that was speaking to you was using magic to conceal themselves. And so every time they would speak, I would roll to see if the wild magic area triggered.
Okay,
And
so it's
they
not
were
just that they were talking to her.
no,
Okay,
no, it was they was using magic to conceal themselves, which then triggered the wild magic that the audience so lovingly voted on. Thank you, my audience. And thus the squirrely squall of the summer and such occurred.
Squirrel jam.
Dandy's gonna poke her clothing trepidatiously with her sword.
It is fine.
Tarius is doing this while Dandy's like stripped, sort of, and then he's going to say, "Are you dressed yet, little one?"
She very cautiously picks up her clothing and examines it, seeing if there's any damage from it being ripped off of her or her slicing it.
No, it has recovered completely, and it does not have teeth or mouth that she can see.
Well, she's going to pull up the hood. Well, she's going to like bring her head under the neck hole, pull up the hood, completely close the cloak around her, and then get dressed.
Okay.
And then dress gnome.
Ta-da-da!
I
It's like a magic
apologize
trick.
for that. I couldn't see another way to stop it from attacking you.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know
How's
what
everyone doing?
happened.
Is everyone healed enough now, or do I need to do more?
I'm feeling pretty good.
I should be
Dandy's
right.
fine enough.
As weird as that was, I am fine. The potion that you have given me is top notch.
By the way, for the record, those potions are uses of my healer's kit because I have the healer feat, and so I can expend uses of my kits to give you all basically a 1d6 plus 4 healing potion.
And sadly,
Once
it's
per
not magic.
yeah, it's not magic. And yes, and I can do that. I can give one of those to you every time, once per short rest. I can give out one of those.
Tyr, a question.
And I will have an answer.
Were her pouches something that grew teeth and stuff?
No, it was just her clothing.
Okay. Then she's gonna breathe a sigh of relief that her food was not consumed by the strange clothing mouths.
The pouches just grew mouths and ate all the food inside them. Oh
The-
god!
What I am labeling as the pocket monsters did not.
I almost threw my headphones off my face. I have to tell you that. I literally almost threw my headphones off.
That's not trademark, right? We can use that. We can say that there.
Okay, then the pocket mouths, as we will call them.
That's almost worse.
The
Almost.
pocket monster mouths, pocket mouths of monsters. Working title. The entity or the manifestation did not harm your food.
Ooh! I have it. The gibbering garments.
Yes, the gibbering. There we go. The gibbering garments. The bitey bell bottoms.
I don't think a rogue's really going to use bell bottoms.
I don't know. She seems hippie enough, Anyway, so
How do you know?
Oh, you get big enough bell bottoms, you can store a pair of hand crossbows on your boots, and no one will know.
Or hide a ham under there.
Or both.
there'd be like a ham on one leg, a crossbow on the other. In combat, she'd grab the wrong one, pull the ham up, fire it.
And then she smashes someone over the head with a leg of mutton. That was the mid-'80s sword and sorcery movie, The Sword and the Sorcerer.
Yes.
1d4 kosher damage.
Ham
So,
is not
yes.
kosher.
We have gone way the hell off the rails. All right, so steering it back. What do you guys want to do?
Everybody was good on healing, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Ven is going to take a second to step away from the group again and just kind of breathe and try to collect her thoughts again.
Okay.
Pants will look over at Karak, noticing that Ven has stepped away. He'll make the face of like, see, I'm letting her have her space, accepting her for a moment.
And Karak looks at Pants and in a very what's the right word? In a gesture that cannot be mistaken by Pants for anything other than what it is, he goes, okay, good job.
Okay, no, I'm not going to make that roll. All righty, so because you got the phrasing that he would not mistake it, then he does not think you are propositioning him. All right. What do you guys do?
Well,
I
now
guess
that that's over, we should keep
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
probably keep going.
let's get away from the squirrel storm before any more fall on our heads.
Before the nuts hit the fan.
Jesus Christ. Oh, fruitcakes. All right.
Fruitcakes. If you know, you know. Fruitcakes. All right. Same marching order.
Yeah.
Second, first.
Yeah.
Same as the first.
All right. So I
Let's
need
look up-
perception checks from Karak and Tarios, plus a survival check from Tarios.
Before we leave the area and get back in the marching order, Pants will look up at the sky and just shake his head. Fucking squirrel.
That's better. All right.
Survival's 9. Perception's 18.
Roll a 1d4 for me, Tarios. Go ahead, Karak.
My perception is a dirty 20. Dirty. It's so dirty.
1.
It takes about 20 to 30 minutes. You realize you're no longer, any of you are walking in sand. You're walking in tall grass of jasmine and sage, the tall grass that almost conceals Dandy as it waves in the breeze, gently strummed by the unseen fingers of the wind. You have strayed from the path and have gone inland.
Hey, Tier.
Yes.
Just a real quick shout out to Rock Punch ATL, who just rated us with 111 people.
Holy
Thank
crap.
you so much for the raid, guys.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the raid. Yes.
Heck yeah.
111 people raid. Oh my gosh. Thank you so
Heck
much.
yeah.
Yeah,
All
buddy.
right, you missed the hilarity of the orc ripping the gnome's clothes off, and because the clothes were trying to keep her. We'll try and keep it just as funny as that was for you guys. All right, let's keep moving.
And,
We're in tall grass. What are we doing?
The thunderstorm of squirrels.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are in the heart of the Ulerveld Plains, the tall, swaying sweetgrass, the sage, the jasmine, the landside littered with ruins of large, what would once be buildings, statues. Some of these statues, 50, 100 feet tall, still very much erect, covered in moss and decay from time, but they are still very much erect. What would you like to do?
Look at the statues. I would like to look at the erect statues.
Give me a perception check.
Tyr being from this land, would Venfira realize that they are wandering into the plains?
She would.
She's gonna like walk up to where Tarios is and like tap him.
All right.
We're not on
Wait
the
a
coast
second.
anymore.
What was your role there, Pants?
Teen.
You admire the statues. Okay, go ahead, Ventura.
Hey Tarios,
Yeah.
we're going the wrong way.
Oh. Well,
We're
Fuck.
wandering into the plains. We don't want to be in the plains. We need to get back to the coast.
he's going to stop and turn abruptly and say, "Go the other way."
Dandy's gonna probably bump into your shin because she can't see very well because her vision is mostly obscured by grass.
He's going to stop, look down, and say, "Do you want me to hold you above the grass?"
That would be lovely.
He's going to reach down and then lift her up, and he's going to look like the Statue of Liberty holding a gnome.
Wait, is she the book or is she the torch?
She's
I-
a torch.
I just got that scene from Dirty Dancing Victorious is like, and Dandy's like,
I had. And that's as far as I'm going because we don't have the copyright for that.
yeah, that's not good.
yeah.
So
while staring at these statues, do I recognize any of them from books?
give me a history check.
Oh yeah, a 21.
You do not.
But they are erect.
Being local, you know that they are referred to as relics from those that came before, but you don't know a lot about those that came before, except
Do we-
for what you all were told around the campfire by a ranger.
Do they any of them look like me?
They do not.
Okay.
What do you see with your gnome eyes? As he looks up.
Give me a perception check, Dandy.
Ooh, that's a 7.
Apparently, you see my fingers.
It's so
Mm-hmm.
pretty in this part of the world.
That's what she sees.
There you go. So I'm going to be nice, and I mean, literally, you just started going north when you should have been going east. So it doesn't take long to realize that, hey, the ocean is behind you. Turning and making your way back, wasting a couple of hours, you begin the path on the sand again. And once more, I need a survival check, Tarios, and a perception check from Tarios and Karak.
No. No.
Survival is a 5.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a 1d4 for me. And what was your perception, Karak?
13.
Okay.
1d4 was a 4.
Okay. I need to make note of that.
Perception was a 10.
So you all don't notice that for whatever reason, there was a changing of direction. A few more hours pass, and you find a used campsite, a moored dinghy, and the waterlogged remains of pirates on the edge.
There was something happened here.
Yes, we happened here.
Oh.
Maybe it'd be better if Infira was leading, or Pants, because you two are local to the continent, right?
I mean, I'm from the continent. I know which parts I've been to.
I mean,
I don't think she ever went to the coast as a kid. She read about it, but she never went to it.
But she would know how to find her way home.
Which home? Hers or her grandmother's?
Both.
All right. I'll try.
All right, we start again.
Okay, so Vinfira, I need a survival check. Since you are a native, it will be with advantage.
Sweet.
Do better than I did.
I'm hoping to. If I can stop dropping my dice.
Oh, hey, guidance.
Oh,
All right.
there you go.
What's guidance? Give me.
You get a D4 on any on the first ability check you roll after I cast it.
All right. Well, my higher die was a 14. My survival is a +4, so that's 18. +2, so 20.
Righty, that dirty 20. Dirty. You alter course heading back along the coast, along the beach, headed towards the Emerald Forest. It's in your mind's eye, you can see the map of the continent and know the landmarks, the mountain range in the distance, the Ragnarkarn, and the tall statues and such off to the left of the Ulerveld Plains. This is, or was, your home. You're not sure if you can ever call it such again, especially the way you left.
This way, you guys.
All right. I'll bring up the rear again.
I'll
I-
take second again.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do to help get you guys a little further along so that we don't have to do each rest, because there's at least one more rest. So what I'm going to have each of you do is to roll a perception check that will be counted as your while on watch perception check. Here, I am going to have you roll one more survival check with advantage
And guidance.
and
And
guidance.
All right. Well, that's a 19 plus 4 plus 4.
Okay.
So,
Did anybody get below a 5 on perception? All right. So you all travel, you make camp, you travel again. There's some apprehension, Vinfira. You're beginning to feel the weight of the situation, that you are going back to a place that you have not been in so long. You're going back to see a people that you have not seen in so many years.
for the Emerald,
Yes.
it would have been less. It would, with her backstory, it would have been less than a year since she's been to the Emerald. She's only been away to school 3 months.
Oh, well. But I thought that the last time she was in the Emerald was when she was a child.
No, they would have
Okay,
gone
that's my
repeatedly.
bad. So let's
No.
start over then. That's my bad, because I thought that was the last time she was in the Emerald.
No.
Oh, sorry
It was the
about that.
It was the last time that Corlorn would talk to her about her magic. But they went regularly because that's where her grandmother is.
All righty. So that just threw all that off. Give me 1 second.
I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine. It's so important to be correct. Okay, so as you're traveling, you see the beautiful trees that glisten in the sunlight like jewels that denote the edge of the Emerald Forest.
She's gonna stop in her tracks and just kind of look at it for a moment. Let anybody who's behind her catch up.
Stuff.
It is quite a sight.
Christ, we'll try not to run into Pants and or Vinfira as he is looking around.
So, for those of you that have never seen the Emerald Forest before, it is absolutely beautiful as you finally come up close enough to see all of it. The trees thick and lush. Again, the large leaves of the border trees gleaming like jewels, sparkling, almost calling to those of you with an affinity for such things. The smell coming from the forest is that of wildflowers, beautiful fragrances. It is almost beckoning you. The grass even changes color at the border. It becomes thick and lush, almost like carpet, enough that you could literally take your shoes off and walk without fear of harming your feet. It is absolutely beautiful.
You all have your coins, right?
Yes. Just a note, real quick. We just got rated again. Initiative League just rated us to get more people. Thank you, Initiative League.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you.
That's metal.
Yeah, 2 raids in one night. Awesome.
Heck yeah.
Tarius will reach in and grab his coin and just kind of palm it just to make sure it's in his hands.
Weren't we only given one coin by Bane?
I thought we had multiple.
No, there was only one.
Oh,
Baynard gave us coins, but they're not the same ones.
Yes. Yeah, we all have a coin from Major Baynard, but the Ranger Bane only gave us one coin, which I have.
gotcha.
I will make sure to have it in my hand.
Jen's gonna reach in her pouch and feel the one that she's had since she was little,
Okay.
just to make sure it's there.
All right. I need perception checks for everyone, please.
Huh, no. That's terrible.
Anybody better than a 15?
Nope.
Anybody lower than a 5?
Nope.
Okay. So about average. You all will not hear or see the footsteps that suddenly have individuals surrounding you dressed in solid black armor, wearing bits of grass and vine intertwined within the scales of their leather, their hoods up and like the drape of Bane, but this with black fabric covering their face, as one will step forward having a golden crest on his chest, and he will speak very softly. Who among you would dare enter the Emerald?
And
The Kersham, I presume.
We are the Kushane.
then we'll step forward, pull out her coin.
He will take the coin, look at it, look to you, hand it back. Does anyone except for Vinfira speak Elven?
Nope.
Nope.
I do.
So, Pants, you will understand when this individual speaks softly to Vinfira and Elven, going, "This guarantees you passage, nothing about the rest."
I also have a coin. I hold it up.
Oh, you speak Elven?
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is an
Sorry.
Elven.
That was Elvin, right? I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, my bad. I should have had people earmuff.
Pants will
Look.
make this face.
Look, I know that it technically is only for me, but Uncle Bane sent us. Walks the deep.
He will then switch to common. Walks the deep sent you. What proof have you of this?
Oh, is that Bane?
Yes.
Yes, I hold up the coin. I have his coin.
The individual will come and take the coin and look at it, rolling it between their fingers, looking at you. They will offer it back.
I take it.
Look, we need to speak to Shava and Corlorn.
It is that bad.
It's that bad.
Very well. He will snap on his heels. The soldiers that are with him will form a straight line on either side of you. Stay close. The nightmares roam the forest once more.
Yes, and it was raining squirrels earlier. I mean, that's
What?
squirrels. It rained squirrels from
Yeah,
the
they
sky.
hurt. Yeah, it hurts. Do you have a umbrella for that kind of thing?
A squirrel squall, if you will.
I thought the end was nigh.
He will speak in Elven to Vinfira. Are you sure Walks the Deep sent them?
I'm sure. They're not lying. I saw it too. There's all kinds of weird shit going on.
Council business. none of mine. He will nod, his weapons put back into their sheaths as you are led into the forest. The beginnings of the forest, there is no paths, there is no even game trails. It is just thick foliage and trees. Then it slowly gives way to a road, a well-worn dirt path, if you will, that meanders next to a river or a creek, if you will. There's a small cottage that you pass with a very small garden and a fire pit with a couple of chairs. There is later on a huge weeping willow with lots of elven ruins carved into it. And then you will come to an archway of stone, the symbol of the infinity helix, as most people would call it, the sideways 8. At the top of the archway, runes in a language long forgotten and dead following down either side. These swords of the forest will break formation and move to stand to the right. The commander speaking to all of you. We do not give passage lightly. For a Tal Kafar to tell you to enter the woods and to speak to the Lady Shava, something grave must be happening. I cannot let all of you enter. One of you must stay as insurance, I believe is the word, of your people. I will give you a moment to decide who will stay with mine as you go and enter, but understand that if should you try something foolish against my Lady Shava, then your friend's life will be forfeit.
In a rare moment of clarity, Pants will say, I volunteer.
Are you sure?
He'll look at Karak and then Ven, and then he'll say, the key must be protected.
I'm strangely fine with this.
Pants, you understand that if anybody screws up, they're going to kill you, right?
They can try. He'll roll his
Dude.
shoulders.
Dude, they are not. They are not going to go light, and there's a lot of them.
I mean, let's be honest. The one of us most prone to inadvertently screwing up is kind of him. It puts the odds greatly in our favor.
All right.
He says sort of he says sort of sideways to Van as he
You might be right. All right.
All right, so Pants is the one staying. Pants, with as much respect as this can be done, your shield and weapons are taken from you.
Mm.
You are provided a flagon of, or a wineskin, a couple of packets of rations. You're even given a comfortable place to sit in the shade of the tree, but you have no weapons. You've been a warrior long enough to recognize prowess. If it comes to blows, you'll not walk away from this.
He feels it. He accepts it. This is one. It's a weird moment of clarity. Like I said, he recognizes that this is probably better if he doesn't go with everybody, because somebody already, Bane already said, "Don't be unwise." He thought about
So,
it. This is the wise thing to do.
given the vision that was had by the party, except for Karak, when you landed on the Jasper Coast, insight would say that this may be the time for any final words to these people that you have traveled with, should the worst happen, as you watched a young lady taken in battle who never got to say the final goodbyes or I love yous. So at this moment, Pants, you have a moment or two to say whatever it is you wish to each of your companions.
You'll start with Tarios. Come to him. Do like the motion to come here, and then he'll go for the bro handshake hug. No words will be said, but it will feel you'll feel that closure, that anything that could have been said has already been said, warrior to warrior, minotaur to what you know to be a perfectly normal human kind of thing. He'll look at Dandy, wiggle his finger. Keep your hands in your pockets, little sticky fingers.
She'll just smile.
Look at Karak. We have to think of a good name for this. If it is not,
I was thinking there were two things that have brought us all together. People named Bane in one form or another, and shadows. I'm thinking perhaps we are called the Shadows Bane.
I like these. This is good. And he'll do the same motion kind of thing of doing the
Yeah.
the bro hug.
The
He'll
bro
look at
hug, yeah.
Ven. He'll look at Ven, and in Elvish, he will say, while it is very hard to be. Oh, hang on, let me switch his accent up real fast. He's speaking another language. It is very hard to be the only person that you've ever seen in your entire life. But it is one thing to be weird, and it's another thing to be yourself. Remember, always be you. He won't hug or anything because,
She'll reply in Elvish. That's all I know how to do. I gave up trying to please other people a long time ago.
he'll just nod. He'll take his rations and he'll awkwardly wave as he sits underneath the tree, and he does. It's almost as if he's right back to his normal self. He's just like,
The ward lane, should you misstep, their life forfeit. It is at this moment that you will be ushered through the archway. There will be a surge of energy, a surge of magic, a surge of power. We'll roll the dice.
Oh no.
Oh, here we go.
You're lucky there's nothing that happens except for that familiar feeling of losing touch with yourself, of your senses turning off and your mind left to wander. For just that one moment, you are complete, you are whole, you are connected to everything. And then you slam back to reality, your eyes popping open as you hear the sound of great waterfalls in your ears. You smell the scent of pine and jasmine, and you look upon something that can only be described as breathtaking. And this is where we'll pause our story for tonight. And you will find out next week what the
Man.
breathtaking is.
Ah.
You bastard.
Thank you so much, guys, for playing. At this time, I'm going to hop into the chat because we do have to do the polling.
The poll is open in chat right now.
Well, I'm making sure to drop the if I can quit hitting my mic, to drop what each one is.
I'm scared.
Be nice to us, chat. Be real nice to us. No, don't, no. Stop, Dandy, stop that. Stop it.
So
Stop it. Three.
take 4, ball it up. Take 1, ball it up.
I'm sorry. I'm going 3. I'm pulling for 3, chat, because our other campaign, the one that we play on Saturday nights here on this very same channel, are right on. They're in the Free Cities, right next to Rookspire. They're that Civil War could really affect that campaign. So I'm going with 3. The Minotaur King vanishes. That's my pull.
No. Abstain from voting. The only way we can win is if you don't vote.
Hey.
Remember, be like Richard Pryor. Vote none of the above.
Option 5. Something happens magically, and we all are big damn heroes.
No, but we're not wearing the right coats for that. At least Dandy isn't. Her coat is not of a brownish color.
It's fair.
So we'll give it time to get everyone in, and then I will wait for the voice of God to whisper to me what option has won,
And
so
remember,
that I can let you and the players know. Again, make sure that you look at them carefully, because I'm not saying that wild magic will cease. I'm just saying it will be replaced, and well, we never know what that will be.
Yeah.
Placed with no wild magic.
You
That's
know,
the
civil
thing.
war may break out in Rickspire. The Minotaur King may vanish, or one of you will be tempted to betray yourselves.
Bum,
does that
Do I hear
mean
a
if
joke?
you're lactose intolerant that you decide to drink a gallon of milk?
Oh, it's much worse. It is so much worse.
Cucumber sandwich milk.
Oh god. I almost forgot about that.
Fermented yak milk.
How can you forget about that?
For
It
those
was bliss. It was bliss.
For those of you wondering, go check out some of our past episodes anywhere that you consume your podcasts, as well as they are some on video on demands. But the one about the milk specifically is a podcast. Go and check it out.
I
I
believe that was
believe that's episode 3.
Yeah, episode
Yeah.
3. That should be 3.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and find out what won. The Minotaur King will vanish with 50% of the votes.
Thank you, chat.
Darn.
Excellent.
They
Almost
listened
said
to me. The best
All
option.
right. Thank you guys so much. So that will start next week. The beautiful thing is that means wild magic is still in effect.
No.
Pew, pew, finger guns.
No.
Yeah, but I feel bad because, like, in another life, I have a personal relationship with the Minotaur King, but like that was really the best option for me.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for
Hold
the
on, we
raid.
haven't done our outro.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
that's right.
A reminder of who we are and where you can find us.
Hey guys, I'm Ren Matley, and you can find me on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hey guys, it's Ben Sigurd. You can find me on Twitter at Ben Sigurd.
It's me, Patrick. You can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi everyone, I'm Shelly, and you can find me on Twitter at Sweetest Shells.
Hi, everybody. I'm Locke Clark, and you can find me on Facebook and Twitter at Locke Unruly. That's Locke with a H. Finger guns.
And I am Tier the DM, World's OKS DM. You can find me on social media at Tier_the_DM. Remember, guys, it's dark and it's scary, but you're not alone. Remember that love and inclusion, those are the torches that light a way to a better tomorrow. We here at Will of the Dice are the torch bearers. Come join us. And until next time, love you guys.
Bye, everybody.